3 years ago, Trieu Thanh was powerless watching his sister being taken away by others, just because she sacrificed herself to get the awakening stone for him. But the stone caught the eye of a high-ranking manager named Trieu Thanh. For 3 years straight, he kept trying to torment Trieu Thanh, and ransacked his room multiple times to steal the stone but failed every time. Thanh was sharp and clever enough to swallow the stone. Today, at 16, Trieu Thanh can finally use the stone. When activated, he awakened the Eternal Evolution book. Every time he levels up, he gains a new OP skill. So the next day, he invited his close bro, Luu Tu Gia, to go monster hunting. Luu Tu Gia explained how tough it is to enter the rare beast dungeon. Not only do you have to pay hundreds of item tickets as an entry fee, but the guards outside also snatch 70% of the loot. It's not a place for powerless folks like them to just stroll in. Just then, Trieu Thanh and his crew showed up. Furious that Thanh leveled up and he couldn't siphon the awakening stone, Thanh offered them a deal. Free dungeon entry since Thanh just awakened, but on the condition that all gathered supplies must be handed over to them. Thanh knew this was a trap. They wanted to use them as pawns to scout and gather resources. Danger was also opportunity, so he decided to join his bro. After they left, Chikiet's gang cracked cold smiles. Inside the dungeon, darkness and coldness enveloped everything. Staying too long would drain your life force to death. Thanh knew time was tight, they had to act fast. Just then, a blood-curdling scream echoed from afar. "Who else is here?" Luu Tu Gia asked, startled. Thanh quickly analyzed. The dungeon has multiple entrances. That means Chikiet's gang lures others as bait, not just to scout, but to fight over resources with rivals. To them, people like them were just tools for looting. Luu Tu Gia looked deeply into his bro's eyes, worried. "Thanh too, you really want to keep going? We're gonna die for real." Thanh clenched his fist, eyes blazing with fury and resolve. "If we don't risk it now, we'll never be strong enough to fight them. You want to take on those high-ranking managers? I've hated them every second," Thanh almost shouted. "Down here, lowlifes like us all want to overthrow the bosses above. Haven't they exploited you enough?" Hearing Than's blunt words, Luu Tu Gia smiled faintly, eyes gleaming with approval. He patted Than's shoulder and said seriously, "I knew I wasn't wrong trusting you. Here's a bombshell. My dad and second uncle are secretly plotting to overthrow the clan. Your awakening stone came at the perfect time. We'll clean out those high-ranking managers together." Thanh froze briefly. "Uncle Lou, he's involved too? You remember what happened back then?" Luu Tu Gia gritted his teeth, rage flaring in his eyes. "My grandma was tortured to death by them with leather whips. Old and weak, she suffered for half a month before passing in agony. The whole clan saw it, but no one dared speak up. From that moment, my dad and other uncles started planning resistance." He took a deep breath, eyes unusually firm. Luu Tu Gia declared, "From now on, Trieu Thanh, you're no longer just my right-hand man but my brother, my ride or die." He smirked self-deprecatingly. "Of course, I've got my own interests. Sooner or later, I'm leaving this hellhole to find my sister. Who lives without some personal schemes? Even a teen like me." He paused, eyes distant. "And once we topple them, I'll be free with Tynok." Thanh silently nodded. "First, we gotta survive and come back." They moved cautiously, senses sharp as a razor. Suddenly, a savage scream rang out ahead and then cut off. They exchanged glances and immediately hid to observe. Emerging from the shadows was a heteromorphic beast, looking like a wolf but way bigger than the fiercest mutated wolves outside. Its whole body was a rotting, slimy mass, reeking of death, seeming like a breeze could dissolve it, but it still moved threateningly. In its decayed chest, a blood-red orb pulsed weakly, probably its fatal weak spot. Thanh squinted, the familiar aura from the orb reminding him of the awakening stone. "Could this monster also have an elemental power?" he muttered. Beside him, Luu Tu Gia couldn't help but tremble witnessing the horrific scene, but he was even more shocked by Trieu Than's terrifying calmness. This guy's a monster, he thought. First time facing something this nasty, and he doesn't even flinch. No wonder he's the man I chose. After the rotten wolf dragged the corpse away, the two cautiously approached. The scene was left with nothing but a bloody, mangled pile of flesh and bones. "Damn, this is brutal," Luu Tu Gia muttered, nausea rising. That mutated beast tore the body apart beyond recognition. But Trieu Thanh showed no disgust. He calmly sat down, reaching into the shredded remains to search for something. "Holy crap, Thanh too. What the hell are you doing?" Luu Tu Gia paled and shouted, especially since he was using bare hands. "It's fine," Trieu Thanh replied flatly. "To avoid detection by Trieu Thanh, I once hid the Time's awakening stone, Time's inside a mutated dog's stomach, under a dung pit, even in a rotten morgue. Compared to those, this is nothing." Saying that, he pulled out a sharp object smeared with blood and flesh. It was a finely sharpened knife made from the bone of a mutated ox. He wiped it on his sleeve, eyes gleaming with satisfaction. A good weapon. Thon 2, watch out, it's coming back. Luu Tu Gia suddenly yelled. The rotten wolf lumbered toward them, its cloudy eyes locked on the intruders. Wolves are notoriously cunning, Trieu Thanh calmly explained, gripping the bone knife tightly. It pretended to retreat to shake us off, but I stepped forward on purpose. First, touching this weapon increases the chance to take it down. Second, this provokes it to engage actively. Can you hold it off? Luu Tu Gia asked, already cocking his slingshot. Relax. Leave it to me. If you have a strategy, spill it. Trieu Thanh calculated silently. Luu Tu had awakened his attribute 6 months earlier, so his monster fighting experience was definitely richer. He recalled his sister's advice. Strike first to gain the upper hand. Without hesitation, Trieu Thanh charged forward. He'd been fighting mutated beasts since he was 9 under his sister's guidance, and this deformed monster was no exception. However, its speed was faster than he expected, making it extremely hard to target the red orb on its chest. The wolf snarled as a blood-red aura enveloped its body. Asterisk. Bloodthirsty wolf aura asterisk. Speed increased by 15%. Its velocity skyrocketed. Tendons shot out like whips, wrapping tightly around Trieu Thanh, while its sharp-toothed mouth opened wide, ready to tear its prey apart. Too fast. Definitely an attribute ability. Trieu Thanh gritted his teeth. At the critical moment, a sharp whoosh pierced the air. A stone from Luu Tu Gia's slingshot hit the wolf's eye precisely, making it howl in pain and stagger. Thon 2, now's the time. Seizing the golden opportunity, Trieu Thanh summoned all his strength, gripping the bone knife with both hands, and drove a deadly stab into the red orb on the monster's chest. A piercing slash times echoed as he bit his lip, pushing the blade deeper, refusing to give it a chance to survive. Step back, Trieu Thanh shouted, feeling the monster's life force fading. But it was too late. The massive body collapsed, pinning him underneath. Thon 2, Luu Tu Gia rushed over in horror. Are you okay? Silence answered him, but then a sound came from beneath the huge corpse. Trieu Thanh crawled out, covered in the monster's blood and gore, eyes still sharp. Don't worry, he said. I'm not that easy to kill. Just then, a series of notifications popped up in his mind. Congratulations on reaching level 2. Radiant rank attribute activated with Eternal Evolution effect. You can now choose one of 3 new attributes. 1. Self-directed research, gold rank. 2. Paper soldier, bronze rank. 3. Durable wolf fur, gold rank. Trieu Thanh was thrilled. This is the power of the radiant rank. Leveling up and immediately gaining a new attribute. Eliminating the bronze option, he hesitated between the 2 gold attributes. Self-directed research had a number 1. Probably the starting point of an upgradable ability chain. I choose self-directed research. Asterisk. Congratulations, you've acquired the new gold rank attribute, self-directed research. Asterisk. Detailed description. Effect 1, increases all character stats by 15%. With Eternal Evolution bonus, it rises to 22.5%. Effect 2, activates for 1 minute, extended to 1.5 minutes. Can power up any single attribute by 200%, boosted to 300%. This is the first stage in the self-directed research attribute chain. This effect is insane, Trieu Thanh thought in awe. Hey, Thon 2, what are you standing there for? Luu Tu Gia's voice pulled him back. Hurry and gather the loot. The fresh blood smell will attract more monsters soon. Ah, I got distracted, Trieu Thanh replied. You go grab your share. No way. Luu Tu Gia waved him off, still looking a bit pale. You took it down single-handedly, so the loot's obviously yours. You know, my parents wouldn't even let me kill a chicken at home, let alone this. Trieu Thanh shook his head slightly, feeling an indescribable warmth inside as he looked at the young guy's expression. In this chaotic and dangerous world, Don 2 is a rare case lucky enough to have a complete family with both loving parents. He's a light, the complete opposite of someone like me, lost in darkness. After finishing off the mutated wolf, Don 2 started dividing the loot. The materials on the wolf's body belonged to Huin. The meat was rotten and unusable, but these spirit stones are Huin's. He separated the bones and wolf pelt for himself. These were just scraps to him, worthless. The gray spirit stone was the real treasure. Don 2 froze. Did Huin really want to give it all to me? But my clan is in a critical phase, desperately needing valuable items like these. Then consider this my investment in your clan's grand plan. Besides, if you hadn't shot that arrow straight into its eye, I wouldn't have taken it down so easily. Gratitude shone in Don 2's eyes. All right, I'll remember this debt and report it to my father. But we have another problem. Once we leave here, all this stuff will be confiscated. Does Huyen have a plan? Yeah, once we're out, we'll deal with them. So for now, we have to use every resource here to boost our strength. Trieu forcing me here definitely didn't escape my father's notice. That sly old fox set everything up long ago, just waiting for the right moment to flip the script. Let's push deeper inside, Dantu suggested. I'd encountered mutated wolves before on the outskirts of the settlement. They usually travel in packs, there's probably a whole den deep in this forest. Suddenly, he stopped, his face turning serious. Hold on, Thantu. Now that we're comrades in arms, I think before the next hunt, there are some things we need to clear up, he continued. After killing that wolf, my experience hit over 90%, about to break into rank 2. My attribute is called times Bao Din Gyai New asterisk, gold quality. It not only boosts all stats by 15%, but also lets me see the target's weak points. That's how I instantly knew the eye was the wolf's fatal spot. Jiatu was trying to be upfront to build trust for better teamwork later, but a nagging doubt grew inside me. If he knew I had a radiant rank attribute, 1 in 10,000, what would he think? Would this genuine friendship still stand? After hesitating, I clenched my fist and decided to hide part of the truth. My attribute is times self-control research asterisk, boosts all stats by 15%, and lets me temporarily unleash the power of any one stat for a short time. That's part of your ability, so it's not exactly a lie. Hearing this, Jiatu sighed in relief, a bright smile returning to his face. Phew. I was worried Huyen was hiding something, or that his attribute was better than mine. Had me shook. Jiatu laughed heartily, slapping my shoulder hard. Awesome, our attributes are the same tier. We're destined brothers. Come on, Huyen bro, let's go wolf hunting. I forced a small smile. Sorry, Jiatu. When the time's right, I'll tell you the whole truth. And so our survival battle officially began. With our teamwork improving, one attacking head-on, the other supporting from afar, the mutated wolves fell one by one. As promised, I still gave all the spirit stones to Zatu. Thangtu, you really don't want any share? Zatu asked affectionately. No need. These bones and wolf pelts are enough to craft weapons and armor or trade for some item vouchers. Alright then, I won't refuse. Finally hit rank 2, over 70% experience now. What about you, Huyen? What rank? Rank Cat, over 70% experience. Jiatu was stunned, eyes wide with shock. What? Say that again? Every kill was my strike, you just supported from afar. Maybe that's why our experience differs. Trieu Thanh came up with a reasonable excuse. Damn, turns out I can't get over my fear of blood. Silly me, Jiatu muttered, face flushing. Maybe next time I'll be the one to finish it off. He quickly waved his hand. Nah, I prefer being the support for Thantu. Support is where I shine. Seeing his awkward expression, Boss Trieu couldn't help but laugh. This act is totally unbelievable. The reason he leveled up so fast was that when he reached level 3, he activated the second-tier attribute, becoming the absolute leader. Although it shares the same quality as the Eternal Evolution book, its power is somewhat weaker, only providing a 50% experience boost when killing monsters in dungeons. However, combined with the effect of the Eternal Evolution book, the total experience he gains skyrocketed to 75%. Looks like even attributes of the same tier can have a huge power gap. Just then, an angry voice echoed from afar. Lu Truk, what do you think you're doing? Hey, that voice sounds pretty good, right? Bright-eyed fake corpse. Could it be someone else? Boss Trieu quickly stopped his curious friend. Don't cause trouble, let's take another route. With a voice like that, it's definitely a beauty. Let's check it out. No way. Leveling up is more important. Staying here even a second longer just adds danger and drains our yang energy. As they were about to leave, another voice rang out. This time it's a man, full of arrogance. Young miss, if you smile and loosen your clothes now, we might go easy on you. But if you don't cooperate, don't blame me for using force. Datu immediately winked at him with a sly smile. Hey Thangtu, looks like some fire drama is about to unfold. He squinted toward the sound, thought for a moment, then nodded. All right. Watching a bit won't hurt. In a nearby clearing, a girl was surrounded. Her voice was icy cold. So, you set this all up from the start. The man named Lu Truk sneered. Of course. For a lowly guy like me, getting close to someone of your caliber is a once-in-a-millennium chance. As you can see, my power is poison-based. Even those awakened to level 5 have died from my toxin, let alone someone just at level 1 like you. He stepped closer, his lecherous gaze unhidden. Sir, better surrender quietly. I'm not bad-looking either, and I'll treat you well later. Besides, you'll have to marry eventually, and I just happen to need the status of a son-in-law to climb up. We're a perfect match. Datu nudged him gently, whispering, Hear that? This black servant plans to betray, trying to turn rice into porridge. It's a ruthless power move. If this disgrace spreads, that girl's clan will lose all face. Hey, why so quiet? No reaction to this hype situation? His eyes gleamed with calculation. If her guards are all taken out, we might get a chance. A chance? Datu was surprised. You really planning to join them? Didn't expect your taste to be this salty. He shot him a cold glare. No, let them fight till they're drained. We'll clean up the battlefield. He analyzed. That girl's no joke, but at such a low level, she stands no chance. We just wait for the right moment. Datu finally realized, looking at him with awe and respect. Thong Tu, you're definitely built different. Lu Truk roared savagely, his arm coated with deadly poison lunging at the cornered woman. Young miss, he sneered, if you don't cooperate, I'll have to handle this myself. Sir, please don't blame this lowly man's dirty hands. Facing danger, the girl's eyes shone with unusual determination. Suddenly, she threw a handful of dust at Lu Truk's face. What the hell? He shouted, reflexively shutting his eyes. Seizing the moment, she turned and bolted. This is just anesthetic powder, won't hold him long. Need to find an exit. Once out, we're safe. Huh, a little numb powder and you think you can handle me? Lu Truk's mocking voice came from behind. If the young miss won't behave, don't blame me for being cruel. Without warning, he swung his arm, throwing sharp daggers slicing through the air at terrifying speed. 2 sharp thuds rang out. One dagger pierced her hand, another through her calf, pain so intense she collapsed on the spot. Elsewhere, Trieu Thanh was explaining the world's rules to Luu Tu Gia, the difference in levels. Every level up boosts body functions by about 30%. Luu Tu Gia turned in shock. Thanh Tu, how do you know this? Just figured it out, he replied calmly. Our reference was the rotten pack we just took down. Didn't you notice? When slashing those later XO, it definitely felt way lighter. Turns out, it really was. Why didn't I realize Thanh Tu has such a terrifying fighting talent before? Luu Tu Gia muttered, eyes full of admiration for his buddy. Back to the fight, Lu Truk slowly advanced toward the woman writhing on the ground. Don't worry, young miss, he licked his lips, voice dripping with sick desire. I'll be as gentle as possible. He bent down, whispering into her hand. Oh right, don't move around too much. My poison's already in your body. The more it seeps out, the faster it kicks in. Even if you take over my body, you won't survive once you're out. The girl gritted her teeth, voice full of bitter resentment. The Quan family will never forgive a lowlife like you for humiliating me. Ha ha ha, Lu Truk burst out laughing. Looks like the young miss really bought my lies. I never planned to be the Quan family's son-in-law. What we want is to turn their precious princess, the most pampered one, into a filthy commodity, ruining your family's reputation. Now, say goodbye to your purity, young Miss Quan. In her most desperate moment, the girl suddenly pulled out the dagger stuck in her hand, using her last strength to stab straight at Lu Truk's neck. He froze, pain and poison from his own weapon, making his whole body tremble. You bastard, no shame at all? Then die. He roared, swinging his arm to finish her off. The dagger's poisoned, he'll die too. That way, I won't disgrace my family. She closed her eyes, ready to accept death. Just as Lu Truk's blade neared, a figure dashed in like a storm, delivering a thunderous kick that sent the bastard flying. In that life or death moment, the sharp face of her savior was etched deep into the girl's mind. Lu Truk was kicked dozens of meters away, crashing into an ancient tree before stopping. Luu Tu Gia ran over, excitement all over his face. Thanh Tu, that leap was definitely thanks to your speed buff from your attribute, right? He had his reasons, shyly trying to explain, but before he could finish, the woman couldn't hold on any longer, and slipped into his arms. Is she okay? Dead? Luu Tu Gia asked anxiously. Thanh Tu checked her breath, she was still breathing. Maybe from extreme stress, she suddenly relaxed, and with the poison kicking in, her breathing eased, but the toxin's strong, she probably won't make it. Luu Tu Gia sighed. What a shame for such a beauty. She can't die yet, Thanh Tu said firmly. For our plan to overthrow them, she's a crucial piece. But she's poisoned, and we don't know the cure? We don't, Thanh Tu said coldly, eyes fixed on the unconscious Lu Truk. But he does. After a moment, Lu Truk woke up, stripped down to just his boxers. Thanh Tu, you stripped him? Aren't you afraid his backers will come for revenge? That girl knows who he is. To the Catmaster, he's already a useless pawn. Anyone who messes with us is messing with that noble young miss, Thanh Tu explained. Exactly, this young master agrees. Luu Tu Gia nodded, acting all big shot. Lu Truk groggily woke up, pain stabbing his head like someone kicked him hard. Who the hell did this? He opened his eyes and panicked, seeing 2 faces grinning wickedly at him. Who are you? You lowlifes, dare ambush me? Do you know who I am? Let me go or I'll tear you apart. Thanh Tu, what's the move? Luu Tu Gia asked. Thanh Tu slowly stroked his blade. a more dangerous smile spreading. Handle him like that mutated boar we caught last time. Then you're one lucky guy, Luu Tu Gia chimed in. That boar died the same way, tragic end. I'm warning you. I'm no small fry you can mess with. Soon after, screams echoed through the forest. Luu Truc's face was beaten beyond recognition. Blood. My blood is the antidote, he stammered, terrified. Cut it. You have to keep your word, no more beating me. Just a little, too much, and I'll die. Whether you live or die depends on if you're telling the truth, Trieu Thanh said coldly, then dragged him next to the girl. Use your knife to slice his arm. Ouch. Easy. Hung, take it easy. Trieu Thanh ignored him, squeezing the wound hard to drip the poison-tainted blood into the girl's mouth. Hey, Hung, stop squeezing. That's enough. Too much is waste. After collecting enough blood, Than Quang treated their friend, faking death in the field. They used moss to bandage the wound to mask the blood scent from monsters. After everything was done, Luu Tu Gia clicked his tongue like a seasoned vet. Dang, Than Tu still lags behind this young master in some ways. That woman's got some looks, but I'm not interested at all. I've only ever loved Tiongok in my life. Meanwhile, even after being detoxified, the pain from her wounds and the lingering toxins still tormented the girl in a deep coma. Don't rush, Master Luu Truc gently explained. Healing attributes just need some time to take effect. A few minutes later, as the soft green light faded, Quan Tuyet slowly opened her eyes, the stabbing pain and exhaustion replaced by a warm surge of life energy. She looked at Trieu Thanh in surprise and said, You saved me. I have my own reasons, Trieu Thanh admitted bluntly, showing no shame. We happened to overhear your conversation. You must be that young miss with the noble status, right? Quan Tuyet hesitated briefly, but despite his motives, the fact remained he saved her life. Besides, Luu Truc probably accidentally revealed her identity. She thought to herself, it's pointless to hide it now. The famous Quan family he must know. That's right, I'm Quan, she confirmed. So your father manages one of the concentration zones? Trieu Thanh asked, making Quan Tuyet freeze. What? What's he asking? She was shocked. Does he really not know the significance of the Quan name, or is he playing dumb? Luu Truc and his gang's good fortune just got wrecked by these two idiots. Answer me now, Trieu Thanh urged. Serious. Fine. Let's just say that's true, Quan Tuyet replied vaguely. The Quan family manages hundreds of concentration zones, so saying her father is a manager isn't wrong. Trieu Than's expression immediately turned extremely solemn. Then, since I saved your life, can you ask your father to help me with something? Let me hear what you want first, Quan Tuyet replied cautiously. My life might not be worth much, but I want to overthrow the one managing our concentration zone, Trieu Thanh said loudly, determination in his voice. If your father is also a manager, he must be a powerhouse. With your backing, our chances of winning increase a lot. Quan Tuyet was stunned, pacing for half a day. And it all boiled down to this? Like I read your mind, Trieu Thanh quickly explained. I know this is tough, and you might suffer losses, but in return, we can bring benefits to you. Surely you came to this dungeon to gather supplies and gain experience. My friend and I can be your bodyguards, protecting you all the way. Plus, he emphasized, all the supplies we collect later will belong to you, as long as you agree to help. Quan Tuyet glanced at Trieu Than's teammate wearing goggles. Luu Tu Gia shrugged. I have no opinion. All decisions are his. Quan Tuyet silently sized up Trieu Thanh, about her age but far more calm and decisive in every move. Though a bit naive, adventuring with him in this dungeon might be interesting. She smiled and extended her hand. I'm Quan Tuyet. Nice to meet you. Trieu Thanh shook her hand, feeling softness mixed with resolve. That's Luu Tu Gia, my good bro. Watching this, Luu Truc stood nearby, furious to the point of boiling. Such a noble young miss casually touching a lowlife like him? How does a woman like that deserve our young master? So, what are you going to do with him? Quan Tuyet pointed at the tightly bound Luu Truc. We're teammates now. How to handle him is up to you, Trieu Thanh said openly. Consider us your fist in the eye. Luu Truc was scared out of his mind, quickly bowing and begging, Young miss. I was blinded by greed and fame. Please spare me. Fine, I'll handle it myself, Quan Tuyet said, slowly standing and picking up Luu Truc's poisoned dagger. Wait, Trieu Thanh interrupted. His blood can detoxify. Using his own dagger won't kill him. Right, Luu Truc hurriedly added. Just treat me like a fart and let me go. I know, Quan Tuyet replied coldly. I'm not trying to poison him. Just enough to make him bleed. Without hesitation, she stabbed the dagger into Luu Truc's shoulder. Fresh blood gushed out, staining the ground red, and he let out a pitiful scream. All right, let's go. She turned away without a second glance. After walking a bit, Luu Tu Gia lowered Trieu Than's shoulder and signaled with his eyes. This woman really has a soft heart. They already killed 4 people and almost humiliated her. Yet she still didn't finish him off. Not really, Trieu Thanh replied seriously. In this dungeon, his fresh blood is the perfect bait to attract monsters. Luu Tu Gia was stunned. True. I totally forgot about that. Contrary to the softness I saw, Trieu Thanh continued, I sensed a terrifying coldness from her. Letting monsters tear him apart slowly, his pain will be 10 times worse than a killing blow. Hearing that, Luu Tu Gia's mouth twitched repeatedly. Misread her, she's actually a cruel mastermind player. Meanwhile, Luu Truc struggled desperately against his bindings. That damn Quan bastard. Once I get out of here, I'll make sure he suffers worse than death. No, first, we have to make him taste what it's like to be tormented by everyone. The mutated wolves, drawn by the scent of blood, were closing in. How did they get here so fast? He panicked. Hey, you guys, don't come any closer. A desperate scream echoed through the forest, then abruptly stopped. Luu Tu Gia used all his strength, man. Just hearing his voice means he's done for. You're rushing this a bit, Truong Thanh suddenly said to Quan Tuyet. Keeping him alive is the only way to find the mastermind behind this. You're so kind, Quan Tuyet smiled. But since you have no grudge against anyone, you already know who's behind this, right? Sparing him means at least he can be a witness. If the mastermind's identity is too high profile, a living witness only causes more trouble, she explained. Even as the daughter of a high-ranking official, there are problems she can't solve alone. Just then, a massive shadow lunged down from the tree, jaws full of razor-sharp teeth aimed at the two of them. Activating the self-research skill, level 1, effect 2. For 1.5 minutes, all attributes increase by 300%. Time seemed to slow as the beast bit fiercely into empty air. Just before that, Truong Thanh grabbed Quan Tuyet, burst with speed, and dashed away. When they steadied themselves, the monster's form became clear. It was a giant wolf, its entire body covered in eerie white bones. Info: Dark Bone Wolf King, level 5. Description: mini-boss of the Dark Forest dungeon. Holy crap, Thanh Tu and Luu Tu Gia screamed. That's the Wolf King. At the same time, from all directions, countless pairs of glowing red eyes appeared in the darkness. Dozens of other mutated wolves gathered, surrounding the three of them. Oh man, we're surrounded. Luu Tu Gia trembled. The Wolf King's here for revenge. We killed too many wolves. Karma's coming. Now's not the time for nonsense, Truong Thanh snapped. Think of a way out fast. His gaze sharpened as he gave a firm order. Ya Tu, your mission is to cover us with the slingshot and protect young Miss Quan. Leave the whole wolf pack to me. Ya Tu stammered in panic. What? Kill the red gorilla? That's the Wolf King, and the other 4 aren't any joke either. He's only level 2, how can he protect us? His eyes locked onto the massive Wolf King. His target from the start was that beast. Truong Thanh, level 4, 89% EXP, attributes awakened. Everything in his mind was calculated. Since hitting level 4, the experience from Tepsil wolves was too little. To break through to level 5 inches one go, the only way was to face the boss, the Wolf King. That's why I didn't stop Quan Tuyet when she wounded Luu Truc, using the scent of blood to lure this monster out. His head is the stepping stone on the path to becoming a powerhouse. Truong Thanh, wait a second. He turned back. What's up? The ancient texts say, to do a good job, first you need sharp tools. His frost blade was already chipped. Saying that, she slipped her hand into a small pouch on the side of her skirt, a simple move but radiating nobility. A sharp dagger gleamed under the forest's dim light. This dagger isn't some legendary weapon, but it's definitely better than his frost blade. Damn, that short skirt can hide this? He was silently amazed but caught the dagger, feeling its weight and sharpness. No extra words, he gripped the new weapon tight and became a blur, charging straight at the Wolf King. Using the speed boost effect, he slashed just in front of the beast's head. Taking on a giant monster head-on is suicide. The Wolf King roared earth-shatteringly, biting fiercely into empty air, but he skillfully twisted midair and landed lightly. The only chance to win is to find and shatter its blood-red energy core. He clung to its thick fur, dagger ready to strike down. Hit that spot, and the fight's over. Immediately, he spotted a faint red glow under its belly, but as he prepared to strike the weak spot, the other wolves all jumped up, forming a sharp pincer that blocked his path. He had to retreat, dodging their deadly attacks. The initial ferocity was just a feint. These mutated wolves were smarter than I thought, but no matter how clever wolves are, they can't match human cunning. A confident smile spread across his lips. From the start, I never planned to face the Wolf King alone. These level 2 bone wolves aren't a threat anymore. Self-research skill, activated. A surge of power flooded his body. System notification. Self-research skill, gold tier, activated. All attributes increased by 15%. Receiving the resonance effect from the Eternal Evolution book, blazing bright, the blessing boost adjusted to 22.5%. The blade in his hand traced a deadly curve, effortlessly slicing an undead bone wolf in half. A shallow scheme, just a joke against absolute power. After swiftly taking down one, he landed, shouting, "Bro, coordinate." "Got it," Gyatu immediately responded. He activated the Iron Nail Breaker skill, his eyes flashing gold as he instantly spotted the wolf's weak points. Rubber slingshot stones flew with insane precision, hitting the vital spots he targeted. Seizing the moment while the enemies were controlled, he charged like a whirlwind, his blade relentlessly hacking the red energy cores under their bellies. Our teamwork has been sharpened through countless battles, sink down to every breath. I thought he was just a lackey, but I was dead wrong. The Wolf King roared wildly, his whole body radiating a bloodthirsty aura, signaling the activation of the bloodthirsty wolf instinct attribute, boosting his speed by 15%. Here it comes, time to finish this. But its target wasn't him. The giant beast turned and charged straight at the two weaker guys behind. Luu Tu Gia was terrified as the Wolf King's fanged maw opened wide, ready to swallow them whole. Sitting down, he growled, channeling all his strength into his legs and shot forward like an arrow. One strike could end it, but to be sure, he unleashed his full power. Hellfire Demon Flame, System Notification. Activated Hellfire Demon Flame attribute, applying the Demon Flame effect and fire element to the weapon, deals 30% fire damage, 30% chance to trigger burn effect, losing 3% max HP every 10 seconds. The blade in his hand burst into blazing hellfire. He roared, pouring all his strength into the throw. The dagger became a blazing shooting star, tearing through the night. Wherever it passed, the ground was gouged into a deep black crater. The Wolf King was completely engulfed in flames, only managing pitiful, agonized screams before its massive body was incinerated. The dagger stuck deep into an ancient tree, still radiating intense heat. "Damn, this boss fight is next level," Zatu stammered, still in shock. "This insane power even in our clan, masters below rank 8 can't produce such terrifying force. But this dungeon limits awakened players to rank 5 and above. So what rank is he at?" "Hey, what rank is Trieu Thanh now?" she asked Zatu. "Definitely above rank Bon, way higher than me. I'm only rank high. Rank Bon doing rank Tam stuff. Also, the ability that sets the blade on fire at his current level, he should only have one attribute, so this must be his awakened skill. But clearly, it's just a very weak bronze grade attribute. How can such a weak attribute be used so effectively? Maybe I found the talent Dad always dreamed of." Leaving their shock behind, he gave a slight smile. "Success, System Notification. You have defeated the Wolf King and gained a huge amount of experience points. Absolute lead effect activated. Experience gained increased by 75%. Congratulations, you've leveled up to rank 5. The Eternal Evolution book has opened a new page. Startup effect, receive a new attribute. Please choose one of the 3 attributes below. The bloodthirsty wolf instinct attribute can be described in detail, maybe because I've seen it activated before. This choice is safe and easy to use. But attributes of the same type usually have higher growth potential. I'm willing to take the risk. I choose Headbreaker Strike. System Notification. You have received a new rank 1 attribute, Headbreaker Strike. Description. After use, the next attack is guaranteed critical hit. Critical damage increased by 150%. Adjusted by the Eternal Evolution book, cooldown 10 minutes, another combat attribute, like Hellfire Demon Flame. The effect is simple, but combined with other abilities, it can deliver a clutch finishing blow at the decisive moment. He shook his head, pushing those thoughts aside. For now, the top priority is skinning the Wolf King and collecting loot. Trieu Thanh approached the tree, pulling his 2 daggers from the wood. "What do you guys collect these for? They can be exchanged for item vouchers or used to craft clothes and weapons." A brief explanation while inspecting the blades. "In our settlement, these are rare materials. But by agreement, they now belong to you." "Rare? These?" Claws from low-level monsters back home, even the lowest servant wouldn't bother glancing at them. She thought, where the hell do these 2 come from, some dump of a place? But immediately, her father's lesson echoed in her mind. Never underestimate anyone. Every life in this world holds infinite potential. She realized her father was right. Even in tiny, unheard-of places, geniuses like Trieu Thanh can emerge. At this moment, Trieu Thanh looked down at his arm, where the gray streaks of death aura had begun to spread. "Maybe we don't have much time left," he said calmly. Luu Tu Gia standing beside him couldn't keep his cool like him. "The death aura here is making my arm go numb." "Thanh Tu, you're seriously a lost cause. It's clearly painful, numb, and freezing cold like blood about to clot. Yet you just say it's a little numb? That's why we gotta make the most of our time. Endure it, he said with determined eyes. Let's move. The higher your rank, the better chance we have to take them down. If you want to level up faster than wandering aimlessly hunting monsters, there's a much better place. Is there anywhere better? Luu Tu Gia asked right away. Every dimensional dungeon has a boss, she explained. Defeating it grants experience far beyond normal monsters. Plus, the boss's territory usually holds treasures, high-grade spirit stones, legendary weapons, or defensive gear. Hunting bosses is insanely tough, but the rewards are unmatched. Wait, Luu Tu Gia suddenly clapped. Didn't we just take down a boss? That Wolf King, you can tell by its size it was the final form. Oh right, thanks a lot. Luu Tu Gia scratched his head, embarrassed. Honestly, you don't need to explain so much, thank you. I get it. This friend of Trieu Thanh's was interesting, but the real question was how to find the next boss. Time's running out. We can't waste it. Finding a boss is a real pain, but with this low-level dungeon, I have something that can help. She reached into her skirt, seemingly searching for something. Thantu, you hearing this? Luu Tu Gia whispered close to his ear. This girl's flexing on us. A low-level dungeon where we died half the night, now acting all chill. What's her skirt made of? Like a bottomless bag, pulling out anything. Maybe dungeons really have ranks, Trieu Thanh muttered. We never knew, but she came from management ranks, so it's normal she knows more. And her item retrieval might be a special ability tied to her attribute. Hey, I notice you always defend her, kiddo. You hitting that age? Found it, Quan Tuet interrupted, holding up an ancient compass, thinking to herself this was a valuable item, and best not to show too much excitement around them. Boss Detection Compass, Green Rank. Description. When inside a green rank or lower dungeon, it can pinpoint the boss's exact direction. Origin. Personal item of a mysterious captain, found in a green rank dungeon treasure. As soon as the compass needle pointed one way, Trieu Thanh didn't hesitate. Let's go. Hey, don't ignore me, thanks a lot. Luu Tu Gia ran after him. Soon, the three reached a large cave. In front of them was a glowing treasure chest, and beside it, a giant monster sleeping, looking like a massive wild boar. Holy crap, is this the boss? Luu Tu Gia swallowed hard. Sensing intruders, the monster slowly opened its blood-red eyes. Damn, could this thing be too OP? You guessed right. Master warned that even with elite bodyguards, we must never provoke the boss. It's an existence beyond normal standards. To kill it, only awakened monsters or fighters far beyond their level can stand a chance. Quan Tuet said nothing, silently looking at Trieu Thanh with eyes full of trust. He's definitely an awakened monster like that. Trieu Tu, are those guys nuts? Luu Tu Gia judged. Luu Tu Gia, a gossip lover, was instantly drawn to the ancient destructive weapons. Heard one alone could flatten a city of hundreds of thousands. He slowly said, Are they really that powerful? Then why is our world such a mess now? Quan Tuet countered. Some awakened are so strong their mere existence can change a whole world. If we can get the treasure without direct combat, the guy wants to shoot ahead. We might not need to get the treasure by force. What do you mean? Confused. She means taking advantage of the chaos to snatch the treasure. She explained. It's an idiom. Those who never studied it wouldn't get it. Luu Tu Gia immediately seized the chance to show off. Luckily, we have Bon Thieu here, a well-read brother. Bon Thieu really has a good bro like that. Quan Tuet shook her head, thinking this guy never misses a chance to hype himself up. I admit that, being straightforward about it. If someone stirs up trouble, grabbing the treasure is the best move. With the three of us, facing this boss head-on is almost a death sentence. Hold on. Quan Tuet stopped him, saying the guy's arm is seriously corroded by the dungeon's dark aura. If we don't treat it now, it'll mess with his moves. In a fight this deadly, one slip-up could cost lives. Then she pulled out 2 jade green pills. These are our house's special formula, can counter low-level dungeon corrosion. One for him, one for Luu Tu Gia. Perfect, Luu Tu Gia put it on and swallowed it fast. This dark aura is killing me. Why didn't you give this sooner? Trieu Thanh held the pill, hesitating. Is this expensive? He recalled what Duntu said, just entering the dimensional dungeon cost over 100 vouchers. So how much is a special pill like this worth? Though we've traded, what she gave clearly outweighs what we can offer, he thought. Seeing Trieu Thanh's worried face, Quan Tuet casually replied, It's cheap. Maybe your place just doesn't sell it. 1 voucher gets you a pill. Thanks, I'll pay you back later, Trieu Thanh said before swallowing it. Phew, you scared me. I thought it'd cost hundreds of vouchers per pill. Luu Tu Gia sighed in relief. Quan Tuet smirked silently. This guy's sensitive. Clearly broke but with his own pride, refusing to owe anyone even a little favor. If I told him the real price was 2,000 vouchers, he'd rather die than take it. Meanwhile, the battle ahead grew fiercer. The other group, though large, kept getting smashed by the boss, heavy casualties everywhere. Watch its back, Spikes. Damn it, stop. Don't let it hurt my brothers. The leader roared orders to hold the line, firing wildly. The boss's health bar dropped from 92% to 85%. Suddenly, the boar stopped and let out a furious roar, its body covered in iron-hard scales. Armor activated, bronze attribute. Effect. The higher the level, the tougher the armor. Damn, damn, damn. Bullets now barely scratched it. Hell yeah, its defense upgrade is no joke. The leader gritted his teeth. This is tough. The boar turned and charged straight at him. Come on, he roared, fearless. You think this big boss is scared? We've killed before and lived like kings. Ha, what's a dumb pig to us? His men quickly formed a human shield around their boss. Armor activated, bronze attribute. Effect. Self-defense up 15%. Defense skills triggered, creating an insanely tough shield. Before we fall, don't let this filthy beast touch a single hair on our boss. Trieu Thanh watched, stunned. Thought they were just a ragtag bunch. But no, they had some serious skill to hold loyal brothers like that. But our job now is this lock, he said, turning to the lockbox. Luu Tu Gia and Quan Twit were surprised. You can pick locks too? I'm sure, Luu Tu Gia said proudly. When he scouted outside the safe zone, he picked plenty of locks. What's the outside world like? Quan Twit asked curiously. I rarely leave the safe zone, only to safe areas, Luu Tu Gia answered. But Thanh Tu said it's both ruined and full of fierce life. What kind of world is it really? Quan Twit wondered, eyes complex as she watched Trieu Thanh focus on the lock. Got it open. The mechanism's just like locks outside. Trieu Thanh put it on. What's hidden inside this place? But as he opened the lid, a terrifying explosion echoed from the battle. The boar roared angrily, its body radiating intense heat, the ground around scorching hot. Activated. Heat flow conversion, bronze attribute. Effect. Consumes stamina, converts breath into heat waves. Temperature can reach 140 degrees Celsius. Its health was down to 41%. Eyes bloodshot with hatred locked on the three of them. We're cooked, he muttered. It's targeting us. The giant monster, burning like a fireball, charged wildly at them, gripping his daggers tight, his eyes wide open, locked on the raging beast. It's coming. But suddenly, bullets from afar pierced the monster's thick skin, drawing its attention. He turned, shocked to see the Red Wolf Squad soldiers he thought were down, struggling to raise their guns. Those guys, weren't they all dead? A bloodied man, probably the captain, yelled at him. Kid, run. This thing's not something humans can handle. Don't throw your life away here. We're done for. Can't leave this dungeon, another weak voice called out. Scram, kid. Sneak out and survive. Even those dying on the ground waved weakly, their voices faint but determined. Move it, kid. Don't forget, the Scarlet Wolf Squad saved lives before dying. They saved one more. No wonder our boss is legendary. Amidst the hail of bullets and those fierce battle cries, he made a choice that went against the grain. He dashed straight at the monster, glancing back to shout at his only companion. Jiazi, back me up. Hell no, running now? What kind of person would that make you? Jiazi roared, no hesitation as he charged out of cover. He instantly activated his ability. Jiazi triggered the Baoding Jiangyu attribute Golden, second tier, locking onto a weak spot on the target. The rump, the beast's backside. Without a second thought, he stabbed right at the boar's huge rear. The hit was precise, dropping its HP straight down to 35%. The Scarlet Wolf soldiers watched in shock. This kid's using a knife, but managed to seriously wound a level 10 boss with activated powers? Who is this guy? The boar let out a painful roar, its whole body glowing red like a walking furnace. The Hong Ma Chu spear activated its thermal wave attribute Bronze tier, stamina draining, turning its breath into heat waves reaching 140 degrees Celsius. A terrifying blast of hot air rushed toward him, forcing him to leap back fast. That damn thermal wave attribute. Charging into melee now would be like roasting himself alive. He had to find a way to dodge the direct hit and finish it off at the same time. A level 10 monster can have two abilities, and it had used both. Seeing him dodge repeatedly, the boar got more aggressive, lunging forward to attack, trying to use its heatwave aura to close the gap. Just then, the Scarlet Wolf soldiers opened fire again, risking their lives to draw the monster's wrath. You bastard, how dare you do this to me? I'm no pushover. Kid, all our lives are on you now, kill it. Feeling their trust and sacrifice, a surge of passion ignited inside him. Thanks, everyone. I'll give it my all. He roared, unleashing every ounce of strength. System alert. Activating autonomous research. Speed increased by 300%. Activating flame supplement. Weapon enhanced with karma fire, dealing fire damage. 30% burn chance. Reduces max HP by 3% every 10 seconds. Effect calibrated by eternal evolution. Its HP dropped to 30%, while he still had 85%. Activating all combat attributes, focusing everything into one strike, he had to win. The two forces, hot and cold, charged head-on. Jiazi, cover that spot. Qingzi, watch the stone's position left rib. A stone flew, hitting precisely under the monster's left rib. Immediately, he shifted direction, gripping his flaming daggers tight, rushing toward the vital spot. Seizing the golden opportunity, he began his destruction spree. Slash, slash, slash. His blades became a fiery storm, relentlessly striking the one weak point. The monster's HP plummeted rapidly. Can Qingzi pull this off? Kid, don't lose. Faster, push harder, hold on till it falls. Each slash drained his strength but also sapped the enemy's life. When its HP hit rock bottom, just 1% left, he poured all his remaining power, stabbing both daggers deep inside. The giant boar finally collapsed, the heavy impact shaking the ground. The scorching aura and crushing pressure around it faded away. Qingzi, we did it. Jiazi's voice rang out, but his body was at its limit. Severely burned, he wobbled like a statue about to topple. Now, Qingzi, hang in there. Seeing his comrades rush over, he finally sat down, gasping for breath. As he slowly recovered, system notifications kept ringing in his head. System alert. Absolute leader activated. Gained an extra 75% experience. Congratulations, you've leveled up to 6. Congratulations, you've leveled up to 7. Eternal Evolution Book activated. Please select a new attribute, leveling up twice at once. Clearing a boss 5 levels higher and getting this much experience? A list of options appeared. Bronze tier, Reluctant Hardened Hide. Boosts defense but has weird side effects. Wider fur attributes from the boar. Bronze tier Bullet Formation requires a gun. An ancient weapon he couldn't afford. Golden tier Newest Strike. Effect unknown. Bronze tier Fierce, First Strike 2, effect unknown. Bronze tier Metal Evolution, transforms body into metal. Golden tier Autonomous Research 2, effect unknown. Reluctant Hardened Hide is strong but has strange side effects. Bullet Formation is useless, but what does Newest Strike mean? Still, it's a golden attribute, so I'll pick it. System notification. You've obtained the Golden Breakthrough attribute. Effect. Resets the cooldown of all other attributes once. The 30-minute cooldown has been adjusted. This is an insanely strong support attribute. I can now spam my main skills in a short time. Next, between Brutal First Strike 2, Metal Attribute Evolution, and Autonomous Research 2, I chose to upgrade the existing attribute chain. I picked Autonomous Research 2. System notification. You've acquired the Golden Autonomous Research 2 attribute. Effect 1. All attributes increased by 45% have been adjusted. Effect 2. Single attribute enhancement increased by 450%. Duration is 3 minutes. Cooldown 15 minutes adjusted. All attributes boosted by 45%. This golden level attribute chain is on another level. The second effect has also been terrifyingly buffed. I'm currently level 7, just one breakthrough away from maxing out. Breakthrough, just wait. Spiders. The ground shakes violently. What's going on, an earthquake? No, the dungeon boss has been wiped. This place is about to collapse. The crew of Senior Fierce Island stood up, wounds still bleeding but their eyes completely changed. The leader slapped him hard on the shoulder. Kid, not bad. From now on, you're a friend of Senior Fierce. I owe you my life, he shouted back. Brothers, let's retreat. Roger, boss. The subordinates holding the patrol order admired the fearless spirit of their savior. After they disappeared, Lu Zia anxiously approached. Qingzi, can you still move? I'm fine, Qingzi replied, breath a bit heavy. We need to get out of here fast. And Dao glanced around. Where's the treasure sword? She waved slightly, and the sword appeared. All right, this part's yours, like I promised. No need. Qingzi shook his head. And this dagger too, I'm returning your weapon. Quan Thuyet took back the dagger, eyes complex as he looked at him. You promised to help me overthrow every layer of management. I'll definitely come find you. Safe Zone 226, West Harbor District, Qingzi said. Lu Zia already told me. Thanks to both of you. Unfortunately, Lu Zia sighed, voice tinged with pessimism. I'm afraid you won't make it in time. Once we're out, we'll face a life-or-death battle. Quan Thuyet stared him down, voice firm like a vow. I will make it. The three split up, each heading to their own space gate before the dungeon fully collapsed. On the way, Lu Zia couldn't hide his worry. Qingzi, what do we do outside? Relax, Qingzi reassured. I've got everything prepared. Outside the entrance of Dungeon Safe Zone 226, Market G-Kit and his henchmen waited anxiously. As soon as Qingzi and Lu Zia appeared, he sneered. Never thought you two rats would survive, but whatever. He nodded toward Lu Zia, whose parents led a fake awakener group. Management ordered, no mercy for them. Just as expected. Once Uncle Lu learned he was trapped in the dungeon, he acted immediately. Then, Cheng Ziling said, "Let's deal with these guys quickly, then regroup." By now, Cheng Zi reached level 7, unlocking powerful attributes: Eternal Evolution Tome, Absolute Leadership, Autonomous Research, Brutal First Strike, Heartbreaker, and Flame Charm. Lu Xia also hit level 3, awakening the Stabilizing Release attribute. Market G-Kit smirked arrogantly. "I'm an Awakener level 8, with ultra-fast golden attribute. Just relying on you two trash to take us down? Get 'em. Let these two taste despair. Boss, let us handle this first." A sycophant henchman raised his spear. "You clueless fools, daring to mess with me? Settle this all at once, kill them, bring me their heads for reward." But before he could get close, a shadow flashed by. Cheng Zi drew his blade, body blending with the sword. He took a deep breath and charged into the fray. Too slow. Blades flashed lightning fast. In just a few breaths, Market Z-Kit's henchmen fell like wheat. Standing amid the carnage, blades still dripping blood. Did they really think I'm weak? The remaining henchman recoiled in horror. His sword speed was impossible to track. Just then, the space gate behind them began to fade and vanish. "Boss, the entrance is disappearing." Market G-Kit froze. How is this possible? Dungeon disappearance means only one thing: the boss is dead. He blinked at the two, starting to analyze. Could someone have killed the boss and you're riding the wave of their XP? Looks like I need to hit at least level 2 or 3. At that level, regular folks can't do a thing to you guys. But in front of me, you're still just a bunch of rookies. Riding on my coattails, huh? Luu Tu Gia suddenly burst out laughing. "Sorry, Trieu, you got it wrong. The one who killed the boss is your grandpa, me, Luu Tu Gia." He said this while silently praying. "Please, Thine Tu, just let me have my moment." That statement immediately caught Trieu's attention. If Luu Tu Gia really killed the boss, his level must be higher than Trieu Than's. He has to take down Trieu Thanh first to stand a chance. Not afraid to show off, Luu Tu Gia kept bragging. "Big bro Lou here has awakened the gold attribute. Trieu, your end is near. Kill Trieu Thanh first." Trieu roared, unable to stand the provocation. He charged straight at Trieu Thanh, yelling at you guys to hold Luu Tu Gia back. Obviously, the other two henchmen reluctantly rushed toward Luu Tu Gia, thinking, "Damn, Luu Tu Gia killed the boss, so he's definitely stronger than Trieu Thanh. That damn Trieu only knows how to bully the weak, pushing his own brothers to their deaths." But they didn't expect Master Luu Tu Gia to bail immediately. "Thine Tu, the blade's all yours." Trieu didn't care. All his strength was focused on Trieu Thanh. "Die, punk." His sword was easily blocked by Trieu Thanh. "This kid hits hard," he was shocked. Lam is just a white level dungeon. Max level can't go beyond 4. This power can't belong to a level 4. Suddenly, a person awakened the strength attribute. Trieu sneered coldly. "But my extreme speed attribute totally counters you. You can't touch me. No matter how strong you are, it's useless." He activated his ability, speed skyrocketing by 30%. He became a blur, attacking from all directions. "Let's see if you can keep up with this old man's speed." But the unthinkable happened. Clang, clang, clang. All his attacks, no matter how fast, were perfectly blocked or dodged by Trieu Thanh. "What the hell? Why?" Trieu screamed madly inside his head. "How is he still keeping up with my speed? Even if he's riding Zidbos's experience, the highest he can reach is level 4. How the hell can he match the speed of a level 8 awakened boosted by the gold attribute?" Swinging wildly, Trieu Thanh roared, each word cutting deep into Trieu's mind. "Since she left, every couple of weeks you show up at my place causing trouble. Every time you come, you either trash my rundown house or beat me half to death and steal the last supply tickets. So many times, you almost starved me to death." The horrific memories of 3 years of humiliation flooded back, as clear as yesterday. The image of Trieu violently smashing things, grabbing his collar, growling, "Where's the stuff? Where did you hide it?" flashed in his mind. "From the start, I knew your target was that awakening stone," Trieu Thanh shouted, his rage making his voice crack. "You want to steal it, but do you even know? That damn thing you crave was bought for me by her sacrificing herself." "Shut up, enough with the talking," Trieu growled. But fear was clear in his eyes. Trieu Thanh ignored him, raising his sword high as all his energy exploded. Activated, self-research mode, 1, gold attribute. Activated, self-research mode, 2, gold attribute. Activated, Fireflame Devil, copper attribute. Activated, brutal first strike, 1, white attribute. His sword blazed brilliantly, wrapped in a deadly mixed energy aura. "This slash holds all the resentment I've bottled up for 3 years. It's my fury against the delusional bastard trying to steal the only hope she left me. Die, Trieu." The sword sliced through the air at lightning speed. Trieu Thanh was horrified to realize Trieu Than's speed kept increasing, far beyond his reaction time. No way. This speed I can't keep up. What she left behind, Trieu Thanh swore. No matter how humiliating it gets, he won't let scum like you snatch it away. A perfect slash cut through. Trieu Thann's sword shattered into pieces, the strike tearing through his body. Trieu Thanh, after all the insults you've thrown at me for 3 years, today I pay it all back. His body was torn apart, head separated from torso, fresh blood staining the ground. The 2 remaining henchmen saw their boss dead and freaked out, turning tail and running for their lives. Trieu Thanh Lern Lung turned, his gaze sharp as a spear piercing their backs. When you bullied me, you 2 were part of it too. Bro Phi gripped the sword, its blade spinning in the air, carving a deadly arc that pierced through both thugs in an instant. The 3-year grudge was finally settled today. So sick, Thank Tu, Luu Tu Gia gave a thumbs up, eyes full of admiration. Wait. Something shiny in Trieu Thann's pocket, is that a treasure? Trieu Thanh bent down and picked up a pearl bracelet, still stained with blood. The moment Luu Tu Gia saw the bracelet, his smile vanished, replaced by pure panic. It was his mom's. They snapped back to reality. Hurry up. Luu Tu Gia panicked. She must have been taken to the management zone. This pearl bracelet was her favorite. She'd never give it to anyone else. Mom, you have to be safe. Zatu, don't stress too much, Trieu Thanh reassured. Aunt Trung is definitely still alive. Thank Tu, you sure about that? Than Tu never spoke without reason. He must have his own analysis, Luu Tu Gia thought, trying to stay calm. Our area is sparsely populated. Women are vital for reproduction, Trieu Thanh explained coldly. Plus, Aunt Trung is very beautiful. Even if Uncle Lu was captured, she wouldn't be in mortal danger. Shut up, Luu Tu Gia snapped. Your analysis just makes me more anxious, got it? Without another word, they dashed through the ruined buildings, rushing toward the management zone. Soon, they neared management room 226 inches Taekung. Luu Tu Gia, Trieu Thanh. A familiar voice called from afar. It was Teo Ngok and some locals. Run. Something big's happening. Teo Ngok, why is everyone here? Luu Tu Gia asked. Uncle Lu led people to surround the management zone, fighting the managers. Teo Ngok explained in panic. It seemed Uncle Lu's side was losing. Trieu Thanh is bringing people to capture you guys. Hurry. It's too late. What about my parents? Don too. Your parents are heroes, a man said, ashamed. We were useless, didn't dare follow him. Manager Pham Dai Ho and his henchmen Han Hung Khun and Trieu Thanh are all fake awakeners. We're just ordinary people, can't fight them, another added. Old Lu heard you were trapped in the dungeon, gathered the brothers to overthrow that bastard Pham Dai Ho. But they're too strong. You guys better run, no way to win. My parents are still there, I can't just run away. Luu Tu Gia gritted his teeth. Even if I die, I'll die with them. He turned to Trieu Thanh. Thank Tu, you already killed Trieu Thanh. Find a way out and look for Trieu. There's nothing left here for you. Trieu Thanh shook his head, eyes firm. Uncle Lu always helped me. Aunt Trung treated me like her own. If I leave now, am I even human? He stared into Luu Tu Gia's eyes. For 3 years, every time Trieu Thanh robbed us, it was your family secretly feeding me. Without you guys, I'd have starved long ago. Plus, if Pham Dai Ho wasn't pulling the strings, Trieu Thanh wouldn't dare act so wild. This grudge isn't just yours, it's mine too. Thank Tu and Luu Tu Gia got emotional, eyes red. All right, brothers, we live and die together. Everyone nearby was stunned by their conversation. What? Trieu Thanh was killed by Trieu Thanh? He's an 8th level awakener. This kid Trieu Thanh was already low-key. Now he's giving off some serious main character energy. Might actually be true. Cut to management room. Lu Fuch's guts are huge. Pham Dai Ho, a big fat man, lounged on a chair, mocking. Wish those fake awakeners dared to come here and provoke me. Pham Dai Ho, level Mui. Position. Manager of Residence Zone 226. Attributes. Giant Avatar Zone, Golden. Peerless Valor, Golden. The one who killed my mom, dragged down so many people, now even my son, Lu Fuc, Luu Tu Gia's dad, roared, covered in wounds. Your cruelty forced me to rise up. Son's dead? Fine, I'll have another. What's the big deal? Pham Dai Ho sneered. Your wife's got some looks too. If you kneel and beg, I might spare you a way out. Of course, your wife stays here for me to borrow a few days. The one who killed my mother and dragged so many into this mess is now going after my son. Lu Fuc, Luu Tu Gia's father, roared, his body covered in wounds. Your cruelty forced me to rise up. My son's dead? Fine, I'll take another, no big deal. Pham Dai Ho sneered. Your wife's got some looks too. Just kneel and bow your head, and I might let you live. Of course, your wife stays here with me for a few days to borrow. No way. I'd rather die than bow to scum like you. Pham Darho spat, tossing something to the ground without a second thought. I already gave you a chance, and you're ungrateful? Pathetic. You think if you die, I can't mess with your wife anymore? Pham Daiho. If you're so tough, come at me. Beating a woman? What kind of strength is that? Lu Fuk bellowed. Fair point, Pham Darho smirked. Then I'll kill you first, then have my fun with your wife. I'm generous, let you die with some satisfaction. Saying that, he flicked 2 iron balls from his hands. They shot forward at insane speed. Ah, don't cry, Lu Fuk smiled, looking at his wife one last time. In the next life, yeah, Lu Fuk will still be her husband. Clang, a sharp metallic clash rang out. A sword came flying from nowhere, blocking the 2 speeding iron balls. The sword twirled lightly in the air before returning to his hand. He stood there, eyes cold as ice, voice like it came straight from hell. Pham Daiho, I'm here to take your lives. All eyes turned to him and Luu Tu Gia. A henchman sneered. Oh, so it's just 2 punks. You guys actually survived the dungeon copy? Uncle Luu Tu Gia's father, paled in shock and fear. Cherthon, you came here too? Get out of here, run now. No, Dad. Luu Tu Gia stood firm beside him, proudly raising his slingshot. We can't leave. Me and Thon came here to save everyone. Immediately, he activated his attribute, his eyes flashing golden light, focused on the target. His voice hardened, full of rage. If you dare harm my parents, I'll take your lives. The bullet shot out like lightning, aimed straight at Pham Daiho. The guy just tilted his head slightly to dodge, while a nearby henchman swung his sword to shatter the bullet. Just barely awakened and already delusional, thinking he's the god of this world? But the shattered bullet wasn't the end. Thick smoke suddenly spread, blocking everyone's view. Smoke grenade? A diversion. Attack from the east to distract the west. Don't let them rescue those fake awakeners. From the smoke, he dashed out like a ghost, sword aimed at the one who spoke. Your opponent is me. The guy looked at him, still calm and smug. To catch the enemy, catch the king first. Kill the leader, and everything's solved. You want to be my opponent? You're not even worthy. But just as his sword was about to strike, another shadow appeared, lightning, fast, blocking his attack. The impact was so strong it forced him to step back, faster and stronger than Trieu Thanh. It was Kwang Khan, Pham Daiho's most trusted henchman and trump card. Kwang Khan. Level 9. Title: Mad Dog. Attribute: Golden Triple Clone, each clone possessing 70% of the original's power, sharing mind and intent. In the whole settlement, his brutal reputation was even scarier than Pham Daiho's. He was the executor of all crimes, the bloody blade of this ruthless regime. Countless people were crippled by him. Countless lives ended under his sharp knife. Everyone here gave him a chilling nickname, Mad Dog. Once he bites, you'll definitely lose a chunk of flesh. 2 swords clashed, sparks flying. Didn't expect you to block my attack. Who are you? Huang Khan squinted. You don't need to know, he replied coldly, because soon, you'll be like Trieu Thanh, just another corpse beneath my feet. I know, he smirked. You're Trieu Thanh, the bastard who sold out his sister for an awakening stone. Trieu Thanh mentioned you, but he never found the stone you traded your sister for. Rage flared inside Nguak An. System alert. Activate Fire Flame Demon Subjugation, Ching Tong. Activate Violent Head First Strike, Ching Tong. His sword blazed with furious flames. What's wrong, mad now? Getting pissed 'cause I'm right, he taunted. Without a word, he charged, turning his body into a missile. This kid, Kwang Khan thought, blocking the strike while secretly impressed. His attack rhythm never changed, proving he wasn't triggered by the words. On the contrary, when he activated his power, I started struggling to defend. Only 15 or 16 years old, but his mind is already that sharp and deep. We absolutely can't let him grow stronger. Kwang Khan roared, activating his ability. 2 clones split from his body, each with 70% of his power. Kill him. 3 figures charged simultaneously. Is this his power? Weird, he thought as he blocked the attack. Just then, Jia Tu's voice rang out from the city wall. You saved Dad and the others. Hold on, Jia Tu, no need to. You gotta go all out. Kill Pham Daiho first. Forget saving everyone else, you can handle this guy solo. So your real goal is to save those fake awakeners? Kwang Khan sneered. But do you think we're dumb enough to let you do that so easily? Thon too, this is bad. Jia Tu's voice turned panicked. Dad and the uncles are all coughing up blood. They've been poisoned. Those bastards poisoned them. Just as I thought, he gritted his teeth. Pham Daiho laughed loudly, looking smug. You really think I'm some dumb dog? I've been ready for this move for a long time. Over the years, I've faced plenty of geniuses like you. From the moment you entered the dungeon, I predicted this would happen. The Trieu Thanh market was just a pawn to test your strength. Han turned to Kwang Kan. Kan, I told you that kid from the Trieu family had skills. Believe it now? He called back his clone. I have a few words to say to it. Geo, big bro. One of Kwang Kan's clones vanished as Han advanced toward Pham Dai Ho. At Thon Market, Pham Dai Ho looked at him. You're a decent guy. The Luu family's business doesn't concern you. Now, drop your weapon. From now on, the Trieu market belongs to you. This really has nothing to do with Thon 2, Jia 2 thought. Our plan was to save Dad and the uncles to keep the balance, but now, they've become dead weight. Forcing Thon 2 to join us only leads to his death. Son. Uncle Lu grabbed Jia 2's hand weakly. Don't drag Thon 2 into this. This is our family's fight. Dad, I know what to do now. Jia 2 turned to him, tears welling up. Thon 2, drop your weapon. It's not worth dying for my family. You'll always be my brother. Dropping your sword is the best choice for you. Kwang Kan sneered. This kid's a survivor. He knows how to pick sides. To live, you gotta bow down and be someone else's dog. But he laughed coldly, a contemptuous smile. Luu Tu Gia, what nonsense are you spouting? I'd never betray my brothers or abandon my benefactors. Thon 2 wouldn't do that. She never taught me to live like a dog. As long as we kill these bastards, we all survive. Then he turned, his flaming sword aimed straight at Pham Dai Ho. Jia 2 watched his determined back. Thon 2's actually a fool. Pham Dai Ho's almost done for, so let's finish him off together. Kwang Kan stepped forward, sword gleaming. Geo, Tiger Bro, I'll personally chop off his head as a trophy. Han looked at him, eyes full of killing intent. This time, you're definitely dead. The regressor smirked coldly. I was thinking the same. Instantly, he activated his skill. Self-control research, brutal first strike. Skill effect, power surged by 300%, lasting 90 seconds. A violent burst of power exploded from Thon 2's body. He pushed off with his legs, the ground trembling beneath him as he charged like a cannonball at Kwang Kan. Feeling the sudden surge of Kung Han's chi, Kwang Kan flinched in shock and hurriedly raised his sword to block. The clash of metal rang sharply. Kwang Kan was pushed back several steps, his hands numb. He couldn't believe what just happened. This brat's power tripled? I'm completely outmatched. He frantically guessed. Isn't his sword wrapped in flames? Could that be a trick? This power boost must be his real trump card. Damn brat. Kwang Kan gritted his teeth, deliberately using a fake-out to fool me, saving his true power for the final blow to finish me off? He sneered. But don't forget, I've got 2 clones backing me up. No matter how strong you get, you're no match for me. 2 clones immediately swung their blades from both sides. Trapped in a pincer attack, Thon 2 had to leap into the air to dodge. He's such a pain, he cursed silently. If it was just him, I'd have taken him down easily. Gotta think of a plan. Master Trong Thon hovered in midair, while Kwang Kan's henchmen saw this as the perfect chance. Quick, seize the moment, shoot everything to take him down. He's in the air, can't dodge. Arrows whizzed toward Trieu Thanh. He realized these guys weren't awakened, but were extremely well trained. As management's lackeys, they were well fed and physically superior. Swish, swish. Trieu Thanh swung his sword, cutting down several arrows. But moving and dodging midair was insanely hard. One arrow grazed his shoulder, leaving a bloody streak. At this speed, he couldn't block them all. We're cooked. Hurry up. The crossbowman grew more aggressive. Aim for his head, blow his eyes out. Poisoned arrows kept flying as Trieu Thanh started to fall. He had to ditch his sword to deal with the 2 crossbowmen. But if he didn't seize the chance to block their path, he'd lose his weapon and be at a disadvantage. Just then, stones came flying at insane speed, scattering the arrows aimed at him. Trieu Thanh immediately recognized it was Luu Tu Gia. Thon 2, you're right. If we wipe them out, both of us survive. Luu Tu Gia's voice echoed from afar. Seizing the chance, every spot on their bodies was a weak point. Following his lead, Luu Tu Gia threw out a bunch of powder bags, creating a thick smoke screen in front of the crossbow soldiers. Smoke bombs again? Kwang Kun was on alert. No, this isn't right. This smoke is different. Wait, Miss Na, that bastard used quicklime, it's burning my eyes, I can't open them. Zhao Cheng smirked slightly, pretending to be the awakener he'd been playing for half a year. His level hadn't increased much, but with his cautious nature, he must have prepared plenty of tricks. Didn't expect it to work this well. Taking advantage of the enemy's chaos, Kwang Kun's 2 shadow clones lunged at him. If the speed isn't fast, it's a clone, so better slash one first. He stepped back, swinging his sword to cut the clone. Despite being injured, it didn't slow down. Clones don't feel pain. Just causing wounds was useless. He had to completely stop its actions. Thinking this, Zhao Cheng focused his strength, slashing horizontally to cut the clone in 2. As soon as the clone was destroyed, Kwang Kun's real body suddenly trembled, his face turning pale. He clutched his chest, gasping, "Zhao Cheng, What did you do to my clone? So that's it. Zhao Cheng immediately realized destroying a clone would cause backlash damage to the original. He couldn't stand still, so he moved instantly, this time targeting the henchman blinded by the powder. Zhao Cheng's here, aim carefully. No time, the power boost is about to run out. Zhao Cheng charged into the crowd, striking mercilessly. All these years you served evil as lackeys today, I settle the score once and for all. Finally caught him. Quang Kun suddenly appeared, blocking his path. Brat, this time you won't escape. He thought to himself. One clone was already destroyed. Before cooldown ends, he couldn't recover. He had to kill him here, or he'd be the one dead. His remaining clone charged from behind. Zhao Cheng didn't bother turning, delivering a thunderous kick that sent it flying. At the same moment, all his power and rage vanished. Little 2, Quang Kun smirked triumphantly. Your power boost has a time limit, right? Look, the edge on your blue blade is already dull. An Awakener below level 10 only has one attribute. Now, let's see what you use to block my strike. He poured all his strength into a level 9/let's see how you handle this. This time, the win's definitely mine. But Zhao Cheng just stared coldly, a terrifying aura rising stronger than before. He activated his second skill, *self-research*, his ultimate move. Skill effect. Power surges by 450%, lasts 3 minutes. A burst of power and rage exploded from Zhao Cheng's body, focusing straight on the sword. Crack! Quang Kun's sword shattered like glass. He stared in horror at the shards falling to the ground. How is this possible? His power's even crazier than before. Can you even block this / Zhao Cheng's voice was ice cold, echoing across the battlefield. He poured all his strength into a finishing strike, his sword drawing a perfect arc, slashing through both Quang Kun's real body and his illusory clones. Looks like you can't block it. No gaps, no misses. A crimson blood mist exploded, utterly brutal. As the dust settled, only a mangled corpse remained. Liao Fu, Liu Zijia's father, shouted, blood spilling from his mouth. He actually did it. That kid, when did he grow up this much? Boss, someone whispered nearby. Your juniors are seriously OP. Looks like we're really saved today. Amidst the chaos, Pham Dai Ho sat cross-legged on a chair, clapping mockingly. Not bad. Even Quang Kun got taken down. Slowly stepping forward, the small bloodied sword dragged across the ground, leaving a chilling trail. Then, it was his turn. He spoke, each word like a death sentence. The crimes you've committed all these years in this settlement, it's time to pay. Crimes? Pham Dai Ho burst out laughing. After that old man dies, I'll be the boss. Sure, many have died here, but plenty new arrivals too. Honestly, I'm a legend in this slum. Han angrily threw a stone at the unconscious Gi Chuang. Besides, if it weren't for my fearsome rep, that woman would have been snatched by dogs from other areas long ago. Pham Dai Ho, you piece of trash, don't you dare touch my mom. Liu Zijia roared, raising his slingshot and firing an energy-charged stone straight at Pham Dai Ho's head. Asterisk twack. Asterisk. Han easily caught the stone barehanded. Trying to blow my head off? With your kitten-level strength, you're nowhere near worthy. Liu Zijia froze. Han caught his stone barehanded? That move had a weak point reveal effect. Even Thon too would struggle to block it, yet Han. Let me teach you a lesson, Pham Dai Ho sneered. Now, this is what real power looks like. Han threw the stone back, flying like a bullet, its power and drama tearing through the air. Swipe! At the critical moment, Thon appeared, slashing the stone with his sword. Da Tu used a smoke grenade to blind Han. Han is an awakened at least, willing to use any trick to win. Fine. Luu Tu Gia quickly loaded a smoke grenade into his slingshot. But before he could shoot, a massive shadow crashed down. Pham Dai Ho's target was Luu Tu Gia. With one hand, he slammed his head into the ground, cracking the concrete. How could a powerful fighter's duel be disturbed by some low-life pest? Da Tu and Thon panicked and rushed forward, Thon slashing at Pham Dai Ho's back. But the giant just spun around, blocking the sword with one hand. Clang! Than felt a brutal recoil up his arm, making it tremble violently. His strength was insane, no wonder Quang Kun was killed so easily. But my level can't surpass rank 8. Is this the level gap? His power even surpasses that wild boar boss. This is the full transformation of physical strength after rank 10. Pham Dai Ho suddenly proposed. Join me, and I'll make you my equal. In just a few days, I'll give you a life you never dared to dream of. Absolutely not. Thon shouted in his face. You've killed so many. The population might not drop, but all the newcomers are scum like you. They're your lackeys, oppressing and robbing no evil they won't commit. I will never ally with a despicable person like you. Humph. So you want to be a hero? Pham Dai Ho sneered. Then I'll make sure you get what you want. A terrifying aura radiated from him. The apocalypse's cruelty isn't as simple as you think, kid. Without tough measures, our settlement would have been taken long ago. Activate. Giant avatar of the settlement, golden attribute. Effect. HP and defense increased by 50%. His body swelled, skin taut, muscles bulging like steel. Is this just his first attribute? Trieu Thanh gritted his teeth and activated Flame Demon Curse, flames blazing on his sword. I protect useless people like you, all you do is pay some supplies. Fair tribute, what's there to complain about? Pham Dai Ho roared, painful memories flooding his mind. Dad, did you get hurt fighting again? This isn't a wound, son, it's a medal for protecting everyone. I'm the hero of the settlement. The image of his father, battered and dying in a hospital bed. Hero, he laughed bitterly. A hero like that died miserably right before my eyes. Ridiculous, no real benefits, just meaningless thanks. That's not a medal, it's proof of stupidity. Only a fool like my dad would be proud to protect a bunch of useless people and dream of being their hero. Want to be a hero? He charged at Trieu Thanh, fists like boulders crashing down. I hate people like you who want to be heroes, go to hell and enjoy it. Trieu Thanh quickly crossed his arms, bracing for the hit. Bam! The strength was unchanged. His first attribute only boosted endurance, not power. Thanh thought. Then I'll go all out. Activate, Reset Nova, Silver Attribute. All cooldowns reset. Pham Dai Ho, don't think only people have attribute powers. Activate, Self, Research 1, Effect 2. Strength increased by 300%, lasting 1 minute 30 seconds. A wave of energy even stronger than before burst from Than's body. Pham Dai Ho felt heavy pressure, his massive body pushed back, feet digging into the ground. This kid can still boost his power? He was stunned. Is this a burst attribute? No more hiding. He told himself, against someone like Pham Dai Ho. Go full throttle from the start, no breathing room. Inside, a violent energy explosion erupted. System notification. Activate Self. Research 2. Effect 2. Strength buff increased by 450%. Duration 3 minutes. Power surged through his veins. He roared and swung a sky-splitting slash. The force made Pham Dai Ho's giant legs buckle. What the hell? He was terrified. How did his power explode so many times in an instant? Even my tiger's aura was shaken numb. Thanh gave him no time to think, unleashing rapid slashes. Fear was clear in Pham Dai Ho's eyes. No, this kid's got issues. This is definitely not normal attribute power. Otherwise, how did I fail to block a hit from someone below rank 8? Also, why does the flame on his blade stick to him without going out? Definitely dark magic. He realized if this dragged on, he'd be the one dead for sure. He had to use another trick. His cunning eyes flicked toward Jia too. That kid's the bait. Trieu Thanh, don't underestimate me. Pham Dai Ho roared, activating his second attribute. Pham Dai Ho activated Golden Valor attribute. Power increased by 30%. The second attribute only slightly boosted his strength. In terms of attribute quality, I'm way ahead of him. Seizing the moment, I charged like a blazing tornado, aiming straight for his old wound. But Pham Dai Ho clenched his teeth, a ruthless gleam flashing in his eyes. At that moment, even with some injuries, he risked everything for a chance. He didn't defend. My sword slashed deep into his shoulder, but at the same time, he used that very wound to escape, lunging at Jia Tu like a wounded beast. Not good. He purposely cut his own hand to break free, targeting Jia Tu. Pham Dai Ho's other arm tightened around Jia Tu's neck. It hurt like hell, he gasped for breath. If he hadn't crippled himself, he wouldn't have fallen into this trap. Trieu Thanh, lower your blade. Otherwise, I'll snap his neck right now. Pham Dai Ho didn't expect someone to be this dirty. I roared, the fire burning inside me fiercer than the flames on my sword. Dirty move. He sneered, his smile twisted by pain. In this situation, survival means strength. Lower your blade, or I'll crush his neck right now. I hesitated, my mind in chaos. Once I lower my blade and the attribute effect ends, I won't stand a chance against him. But if I don't, Jia Tu will die. What should I do? Just then, Chu Lo, Jia Tu's severely injured father nearby, appeared before Pham Dai Ho. Do you know why we only rebelled after years of oppression? Collecting debts from my father? Pham Dai Ho roared. Yes, he's the hero of this entire neighborhood. Chu Lu said respectfully. Back then, to fight off the looting of Zone 119, he sacrificed himself to prevent a tragedy. And you're the hero's son. Even if you're arrogant and exploit us, we grit our teeth and endure. Because we believed one day you'd change, become like your father, a hero once again. But a year ago, Chu Lu's voice dropped. I overheard that in just 1 year, the boss will move to Zone 119 as deputy manager. This rundown place will be drained dry and left to rot. Once that happens, we'll feast on meat to our heart's content. Zone 119 even has a pig farm. You plan to abandon this place and become a lapdog for the one who killed your father? Chu Lu shouted. Your mother was beaten badly by Zone 119's people and didn't survive. Forgot that? Shut up. Pham Dai Ho roared like a wild beast. That's the price he paid. This rundown place only leads heroes to death. I won't be like that foolish old man, buried my whole life in this hellhole. As long as I submit to them, I'll have a bigger world. He turned to me, eyes wild, saying, Trieu Thanh, I'm counting to 3. If you don't lower your weapon, prepare to say goodbye to your friend. I clenched my teeth, heart squeezed tight. Just as he was about to count 3, the roar of engines echoed from afar. Several large pickups from Zone 119 were approaching. Pham Dai Ho cheered like crazy. It's Zone 119's vehicles. They're coming to pick me up, Trieu Thanh. We're saved. He shouted. People of 119, Pham Dai Ho is here. Come help me crush this rebellion. The vehicles stopped, doors opened, and a group of heavily armed men stepped out. The situation was completely against me. Jia too was in his grasp. What can I do to break this stalemate, survive, and wait for revenge? But if I retreat, Jia too, Chu Lu, and everyone here will surely die. I can't abandon him. Trieu Thanh, what good is being skilled if you lose? Pham Dai Ho gloated. Now my people outnumber yours, we're definitely saved. A young man stepped out of the lead vehicle. He was Quang Wai, the current manager of Zone 119. Hey, you're calling me, huh? Quang manager, Pham Dai Ho, instantly changed his tone, hurriedly releasing Jia Tu and groveling. Didn't expect Quang himself to come. You're truly blessed. He rushed to check Jia Tu. Lucky, he's still breathing. Quang Wai is the manager of Zone 119, with strength even greater than Pham Dai Ho, and stronger than the Red Demon boss. With my current power, I have no chance to win. Hey, Dao Chok, don't get friendly, Quang Wai said coldly. I'm looking for someone. If you can't answer, I'll crush your head. Yes, Quang manager, say whatever you want. Strange, why doesn't Han recognize me? The Lei brothers clearly mentioned me in front of Han. Quang Wai glanced over the crowd, voice emotionless. Is there anyone here named Truong Thanh? Pham Dai Ho was thrilled like he'd found gold seeing Quang Ji's familiar figure. Han pointed at Truong Thanh, shouting, Quang manager, that's him. That brat is starting a rebellion, openly challenging the company's authority. Han grew more confident in his luck. Right, Quang manager came to help me, Truong Thanh, we're saved. Quang Ji calmly took a long drag of his cigarette, the smoke obscuring his expression. Truong Thanh is rebelling, Han repeated, voice steady. He's trying to snatch control of this residential area? That's right, it's him, Han. Pham Dai Ho quickly confirmed. Quang Ji's sharp gaze finally shifted to Truong Thanh. You're Truong Thanh. Yes, Truong Thanh replied curtly, still gripping his sword hilt. Ready for a life or death fight. Quang Ji turned back to look at Pham Dai Ho, with a gaze full of contempt. I remember, to become a manager, you at least need to be a level 10 awakener. Yet, you got your arm chopped off by a little brat still wet behind the ears. Quang manager, you just don't know, Han. Before Pham Dai Ho could finish, a dry gunshot rang out. Quang Ji had already drawn his gun. You're no longer useful. Pham Dai Ho's body collapsed to the ground, shocking everyone. Han came to clean up the territory, and took out Pham Dai Ho on the side. Truong Thanh and Lu Fuk tensed up simultaneously. Then we're definitely next. As if reading their thoughts, Quang Ji casually handed the gun to his subordinate. Don't stress so much. A big shot upstairs has issued an emergency order. Han stopped and looked straight into Truong Than's eyes, ordering all managers of nearby residential zones to immediately send reinforcements to a man named Truong Thanh in Zone 226. Quang Ji concluded, I'm here to help you. How can I trust you? Truong Thanh remained on high alert. Kid, stay sharp. Quang Ji smirked coldly. But the messenger said, just look at this, and you'll believe me. Han pulled out an item, the familiar boss sensor compass. This is Quan Tuyet's sensor needle. Truong Thanh was shocked. She sent someone to help, showing just how terrifying Quan Tuyet's background is. I suspected she wasn't simple, but I never thought she could command a manager of a major residential zone like 119. Also, Quang Ji added, that big shot sent you a few gifts. Following Han's order, the subordinates began unloading large sacks. Truong Thanh and the others were stunned supplies. Not just grains, but meat, salt, dried fish, and flour luxury goods in these times. Quang Ji took out a document and a seal. This is the official manager certificate for residential zone 226. That black-headed punk was just a self-proclaimed thug without this. Han isn't recognized by the company. Now, just take this, and you'll be the legal manager here. Truong Thanh looked at the certificate, emotions flooding his heart. Uncle Lou risked his life, spent half his life tearing his family apart, all just to claim this right. And now, it's placed right before me so easily. Lu Fuk, though badly wounded, still forced himself to say, Truong Than, take it, son. You're the only one fit for this now. Truong Than accepted the certificate, silently vowing, I owe Quan Tuyet a huge favor. I'll find a way to repay her someday. Kwang Ji ordered, switch to medics, start rescuing. Roger, Manager Kwang. Ah, right, Han added. That big shot has one more gift for you, but it's up to you whether to accept it. What is it? Come with me to Residential Zone 119 for a trial. If you pass, you'll have a chance to join the Fan Tien Company. The name Fan Tien thundered in everyone's ears, the savior who rescued the eastern continent after the apocalypse thousands of years ago, and now the absolute ruler of this land. Every residential zone, every inch of land, every life is under their control. For ordinary people, joining Fan Tien is like reaching heaven, the highest honor. Food, shelter, security, even pills and rare tools to help awakeners level up, all things outsiders can only dream of. The choice is yours. Kwang Ji gave the ultimatum. Stay here as manager of Zone 226, or come with me to Zone 119 and seize a life-changing opportunity. My sister was taken by company agents, Truong Than thought. To find her, I have to get into the company. This is a golden opportunity. But he looked around at the confused faces of the people, at the wounded needing care. This place just went through a battle. People's hearts are unstable. They need someone to step up and carry the burden. Seeing his hesitation, Kwang Ji seemed to understand. All right, I'll wait here for 2 days. Thanks, Truong Than nodded slightly. As Kwang Ji turned and left, Han couldn't help but think, a kid who looks so ordinary, nothing special, how could he be involved with such a big shot? Unbelievable. But whatever, the credit for this support goes to me. As long as I secure a connection with this kid, my path up the company ladder is wide open. After everyone was bandaged and treated, Lu Fuk gathered them all. Everyone, Truong Than defeated the Tyrants Pham Dai Ho and Huang Con, and was officially recognized by the company. We unanimously nominate him. Boss Lu, Truong Than interrupted. The best fit to manage this residential zone is you. The zone needs a strong protector, voices echoed from the crowd. I have to find my sister. I can't stay here forever, Truong Than explained. Uncle Lu and the others in the Lu family are all seasoned awakeners, fully capable of protecting this place. The whole room instantly buzzed. Truong Than's nomination was like a stone thrown into a still lake, stirring waves of thought in everyone's hearts. Truong Than wasn't wrong. Whether it was age, life experience, or wisdom, brother Lu Fuk was way more suitable than Truong Than. Plus, his 2 younger brothers were seasoned veterans, more than capable of handling the responsibility of protecting the settlement. Exactly, another chimed in. Brother Lu Fuk is calm and always thinks of others. He's truly the best fit to be the manager. Amid the chatter, Lu Fuk shook his head slightly, his eyes filled with affection. But if I grab the power, who's to say you won't turn into a second Pham Dai Ho? His question silenced everyone. This is a delicate matter. Pham Dai Ho's father was once a hero of the settlement, but Pham Dai Ho himself became a tyrant. No one can predict a person's future. It's time, one of Lu Fuk's brothers said, pulling out a yellowed stack of papers. Brother Fuk, your son loves reading. The books say that ancient people ruled their nations with laws. I think we can do the same, Mr. Ducao. This stack contains the 15 laws we secretly discussed before deciding to start this. From now on, we'll all follow these 15 rules. They'll be revised annually based on reality. Superior laws, aren't they more effective than a single manager? If these are rules everyone must obey, I believe it's better than blindly following one person's orders, Lu Fuk asserted confidently. Standing silently in a corner, quietly admiring, it seemed Brother Lu had prepared thoroughly for today. He was educated. Even Jia too knew how to read. They were way more brainy than me. Leaving this place to them, I can finally set off to find my sister. He gently placed the manager's badge he just earned on the table, like setting down a heavy burden. But while everyone was still engrossed in discussing a new future, he quietly turned and stepped out of the room. From now on, there won't be friends like Jia 2 by my side anymore. It's just me on the road ahead. Hey, a familiar voice called from behind. Luu Tu Gia caught up with him, silent but ready to leave. Do you even consider me your bro? Than too, without me around. You don't know how many traps you'll stumble into, how many times you'll get played. I really don't trust you. Jia 2 looked surprised, even a bit hurt. Seeing him off, Luu Tu Gia smirked. I'm here to go with you. Don't even think about climbing the ranks alone. Want to be a big shot? You can't do it without me. Damn, how could they let you go? Of course not. He scratched his head, so I had to sneak away. But don't worry, I left a letter saying I'll come back to visit when I make it big. and Tiu Nok too. When I return successful, I'll definitely marry her. Then seeing him, I should head back soon, he said. But Luu Tu Gia grabbed his sleeve tightly, eyes urging. Thon Tu, the old saying goes, the eagle rises with the morning wind, the moss climbs 10,000 miles. You're the eagle, but I want to soar just as high. This world is vast, and I refuse to live a nobody's life. The wind you create as an eagle has lit a fire in me. Thon Tu froze, never expecting his dumb friend to say something like that. If you ever get tired or suffer, just come back. I won't blame you. At that point, I bet the one crying to return will be you. Thon Tu laughed. Watching the two young men joke happily, Kwang Di stood at the door, lighting a cigarette, smoke drifting lazily. Looks like a storm's coming. The convoy rolled out, leaving settlement 226 to continue their journey. These two brothers aren't bad, the driver started chatting. I've driven in zone 119 for years, but this is my first time on a mission with Manager Huang. You can tell he really values these two. As the settlement's silhouette faded behind the rubble, Thon Tu noticed Luu Tu Gia silently looking back, eyes full of longing. After all, he was different, still tied to that place. To divert his friend's attention, Thon Tu turned to the driver. Actually, I've always wondered, not sure if I should ask. Little Say asked straight up, and the driver happily answered everything he knew. Did your Zone 119 manager really kill our previous manager here in Zone 226? Truong Thon's question stunned both Luu Tu Gia and the driver into silence. Oh hell, Thon Tu Luu Tu Gia screamed inside, but this topic was too sensitive. Just opening his mouth shut down the whole convo. Why are you so dumb about this stuff? Ah, that, the driver scratched his head. Actually, our manager Huang didn't do that. He became manager about 6 or 7 years ago, after killing the previous manager of Zone 119. As for your manager, it was probably our old manager who killed him. Luu Tu Gia muttered. This guy's way too honest, answering everything straight up. Compared to the old manager Din Kwang, who wanted to expand territory, the driver continued. Manager Kwang focused on internal development. Thanks to him, Zone 119 went from barely scraping by to having meat every month. So everyone really respects him. So, becoming a regressor means you just have to kill the current manager to become the new one? I just said that, and the driver zeroes in on it like it's the main point. Thon Tu, you totally missed the point. Luu Tu Gia sighed. Suddenly, he sniffed the air. A sharp, bloody scent was carried by the wind monsters are coming. Shadows appeared all over the surrounding hills, growls echoing everywhere. They heard the engine noise and focused their attention on the convoy. Is it another mutation eliminator? Luu Tu Gia muttered. No, that's a mutation eliminator, he corrected himself. The mutation eliminators are way bigger, and they're not dumb enough to attack head-on like this. Yep, they're mutation eliminators. Thon Tu, you really know your stuff. A few of them jumped onto the truck bed. Don't stress, the driver said calmly. We already ran into them once on the way here. Manager Kung is way stronger than you think. At the back, Kung Di slowly spoke, wrapping his hands. Wind, Elder. Kung Di took a deep breath, his fur bristling, then let out a thunderous roar that shook the earth. Activating his Golden Beast Roar ability, he unleashed a wave of invisible shock that blasted the mutated dogs dozens of meters away. That sound is a sonic wave ability? Seriously impressive. This guy's strong. Told you, the driver said proudly. Those dumb dogs ran off again. Dogs are still dogs, even mutated. They can't change their nature. Bark Vin, deputy manager of Zone 119, watched them with a thoughtful gaze. Boss, with your power, handling those mutts should be a breeze. Hung Wei snorted in disdain. Boss, that cheer guy is a VIP of some big shot, Bark Vin cautiously reminded him. Your move just now was kinda provocative. You could have controlled the sonic waves better. So what? Kung Wei growled, clearly annoyed. He's just a freeloading whiteface. Does he really think he can snitch on me? I've bled every step to get here, and I hate shortcuts like trash. But no buts. Kung Wei cut him off. I know how to keep my guard up in front of others. But behind their backs? Don't boss me around. I want to go further, but that doesn't mean I'll suck up to everything. As long as I'm useful, those big shots will turn a blind eye to the small stuff. Soon, the convoy entered residential zone 119, a much busier and more organized place. The guards immediately stood at attention. Manager Hung, thanks for your hard work. Barch Vin led us to a shabby building. All the apartments were taken, so the two of them had to rough it here. The room was plain, thick with dust. Luu Tu looked around and chuckled. Better than your drafty cave. At least this place blocks the cold wind. Check this out tonight. Bark Vin handed us a packet of documents. This is the inspection guide from the company. Heads up, you're not the only ones involved. Lots of others are too. Luu Tu happily grabbed it. That's great. While still scanning the paper, He suddenly flopped onto the rock-hard bed without a word. Luu Tu clearly didn't care about our meager welcome. Bark Vin was secretly amazed. That bed looked terrible, yet he just lay down like it was nothing. Is he really a VIP's lackey? If you need anything, just call. Someone's always on duty outside. Alright, thanks for the trouble. As the door closed, Ja Tu leaned in close and said, Hey Thon Tu, this challenge is to clear a rank B dungeon. Sounds simple enough. Level 10 limit means it's only slightly tougher than the last dungeon. Does it say how many people are participating, or how many survived? He asked, eyes still shut. Nope. Then this challenge has 2 conditions, he analyzed slowly. 1. Kill the boss. 2. Survive. Ja Tu blinked. You mean participants come from everywhere, none willing to lose. Teaming up to kill the boss is a given, but what then? When the boss falls, the strongest are exhausted. That's when freeloaders swoop in to reap the rewards. The phrase freeloaders suddenly reminded him of Quan Tuet's words. Why am I thinking about her all of a sudden? Hey Thon Tu, Ja Tu nudged him, grinning mischievously. That look means you're about to go into heat, missing that young miss already. Huh? Sleep early. Got serious stuff tomorrow. At your age, you get soft easily. Gotta control yourself. That young miss isn't on our level. Shut up and sleep. Alright, sleep it off. Once we clear this challenge and get company approval, we'll have status too. Elsewhere, Bark Vin was reporting to Hung Wei. He didn't seem to hate anyone, but maybe he was just good at hiding it. That doesn't prove anything. Hung Wei took a sip of wine. Tomorrow the company's judges arrive. If that kid really has what it takes, bring him to me. Boss, why do you care so much about that cheer kid? Hung Wei pondered, eyes distant. I see my younger self in him. Same talent, same oppressed fate, same rebellious spirit. The only difference is it has a big bro backing it up, unlike me back in the day. Maybe that's why I'm a bit jealous. The next morning, hundreds gathered at the entrance of the White Rank dungeon, the atmosphere buzzing with excitement. With so many guards, Zone 119 is no joke, Jiazi remarked. Awakening stones are rare in our area, but in wealthier zones, they're not that uncommon. The real rarity is someone who can consistently clear the dungeon. Kwang Wei stepped forward, his authoritative voice echoing, Survive this dungeon, and you earn the right to join the company. I don't need to explain the benefits, you all know them well. Good luck. Hey, Thonzi, that Kwang guy is staring at us, Jiazi whispered. He's provoking us, Thonzi replied, expressionless. Others couldn't wait and surged forward. Hurry up. Killing monsters means more experience. Provoking? What's his game? Jiazi wondered. Not sure, but he'll probably answer that soon. On a nearby rooftop, 2 figures observed everything. Young miss, please don't show yourself. The boss won't be happy. I know. I'm just a judge for this trial, here to check things out. Inside the dungeon was a damp cave, filled with corrosive dark aura seeping everywhere. Don't waste time. Pick a path and go. 1 person per turn. He and Jiazi exchanged a silent glance. Finally, he nodded. Lu Zijia smirked inwardly. Good. Thonzi gets me. He'll definitely refuse to let this driver join. But Chu Sheng completely surprised him. Looking at the driver seriously, he said, We can let you join, but on one condition, 200 item tickets. Huh? Lu Zijia was stunned. Kid, that's not what I meant. No problem, the driver replied instantly, grinning. 200 it is. I drive for Manager Kwang, make 800 a month anyway. Fine, Lu Zijia relented. From now on, we're a squad. He's the boss. You're the third in command. Got it. Haha, we're a squad now, the driver nodded happily. A squad? Chu Sheng thought. Sounds kinda weird. Not far off, a girl quietly watched them. That guy's consciousness is totally different, Hua Xiaoman muttered. My ability can sense it. Didn't expect him to have such a strong Thoi-san attribute. Clenching her fists, she wrestled with herself. Joining them ups my survival chances a lot. But I'm bad with strange guys. Everyone back at the residential zone is waiting for me. I can't die here. Hua Xiaoman, you gotta be strong. Meanwhile, Lu Zijia kept rambling. This dungeon has so many branches, but wandering blindly means running into high-level monsters. It just appeared recently. The big bros say it's super dangerous inside. He clicked his tongue, acting experienced. The deeper you go, the worse your vision gets. In this environment, it's all about face-to-face fights. This dungeon fits my style perfectly. Fight on sight. Driver Zhang Dehua just nodded admiringly. Bro, you're insane. Jia Zi only scares those who don't know him well. Chu Sheng shook his head silently. Suddenly, he stopped. Something was coming. He found me already? Hua Xiaoman's heart jumped. Should I reveal myself now? What if they see me as an enemy? If I come out, what do I even say? But just as she hesitated, The ground and walls began to shake. A swarm of giant rats with steel-sharp claws appeared. Levels ranging from 6 to 8. Monsters. Hua Xiaoman breathed a sigh of relief. Levels 6, 7, 8. Chusheng quickly gave orders. Jia, Z, Driver, each handle 2 of the lower-level ones. The biggest, buffest ones on me. Just hold them off. I'll finish up and come help you. Lu Zijia hesitated, but Thanzi said, our levels are much lower. If you get held by the level 8, those 2 will definitely die. So what do you suggest? The driver asked worriedly. That look, Lu Zijia suddenly perked up, acting like an expert. Time for me to shine. There's an old strategy called horse race standoff in the classics. We'll use our low-level horses to stall the enemy's high-level horses. Then, my high-level horse will quickly take down their low-level ones, come back to support, and end the fight. The driver yelled, low-level horses, high-level horses, so many horses. Wait, bro, how do we tell them apart? Obviously by level high-level means high-level horse, low-level means low-level horse. So, driver Zhang Dahua looked at Lu Zijia, barely holding back laughter. So you're the low-level horse? Just then, the biggest level 8 rat roared and charged. Lu Zijia swallowed hard, pale. You fight it. I can't handle it. Just do what Thanzi said. All 3 rats barked simultaneously. Facing a level 8 right away, this dungeon is way more dangerous than last time, Thanzi thought. Big bro driver, cover me, Lu Zijia shouted. I'll shoot their eyes. Got it. 2 lower-level rats charged, but Liu Zijia quickly fired 2 stones, hitting their eyes and staggering them. Little bro, great aim, Zhang Dahua praised. Chase after me, gotta stretch the distance, Lu Tu Gia thought while running. At least I can't keep being a burden to Thon Tu anymore. Gotta use my strengths to control the situation. Meanwhile, Thon Tu faced an 8th-level Chutu. The monster seemed to sense danger from him. It roared, activating its Demon Smash attribute at bronze level, instantly boosting damage and speed by 15%. Is that its attribute? Thon Tu stayed unfazed, activating Flame Seal Demon Art. Wanna settle this? Just how I like it. Swish. A fiery sword cut the giant Chutu in half. The 2 self-researched attributes pushed his physique beyond level limits. This mid-tier monster was no match anymore. Notification popped up. You defeated Steel Claw Chutu, level 8. Absolute Leadership attribute activated. Experience gained plus 75%. Thon 2, level 7, EXP 34%. Lu Tu Jia's level is still low, gotta rush to help them. Thon 2 thought, then turned back to a strange scene. Boss driver, keep running, don't stop. Lu Tu Jia was still panicking, sitting stiffly on Truong Dai Hoa's shoulder. Their situation's better than I thought. But then Thon 2 noticed something off. No way. The speed of those 2 Chutas was weird. Compared to the one I just killed, they were at least 30% slower. Level difference wasn't that big. Speed shouldn't vary that much. He squinted. Why were their noses so sharp? Could someone be secretly using attribute powers to mess with their sense of smell? The shadowy figure pulled back, at least showing no ill intent. Then, chase after them. Watch this bullet. Lu Tu Jia's voice still echoed. Just gotta kill these 2 Chutas first, then find that person and get some answers. Lu Tu Jia kept drawing his bow. Energy-coated stones shot like shooting stars, hitting the eyes of the 2 giant mutated Chutus dead on. Dude, your aim is no joke. I'm an awakened young master of the golden attribute. Lu Tu Jia smirked proudly. These kutas aren't worth the hassle. But after getting hit, the 2 kutas seemed to communicate in their own language. Ouch, this hurts. If this keeps up, we're toast. Gotta use that move. Suddenly, they stopped. Weird, why aren't they chasing anymore? Lu Tu Jia was surprised. Then, the 2 Chutas started digging frantically, their huge bodies quickly sinking underground. Not good, Truong Dai Hoa shouted. They're going underground to ambush. Boss, speed up. They're planning a sneak attack, Lu Tu Jia urged. Sneak attack, got it, I'll speed up. Truong Dai Hoa hit the gas, like a giant shadow bursting from the ground right in front of the car, about to crash down. Damn it, no time left. While everyone was still terrified by the monster above, the ground under the car started shaking violently. Another one was surfacing. We're cooked. Truong Dai Hoa's face went pale. My condition. My wife's gonna kill me. From afar, Hoa Tu-man witnessed the life or death scene. No way, I gotta use all my power to help. She closed her eyes, focusing all her energy. Activated trash smell manipulation. Golden attribute. An invisible, unbearable stench suddenly enveloped the 2 Chutu monsters. They immediately recoiled, clutching their noses, bodies convulsing. So foul, ugh. Just then, a figure dashed in like lightning. Truong Than arrived. Seizing the golden opportunity, he swung his sword, a sharp slash cutting the airborne Chutu in half. Activated brutal first strike. Effect doubled experience gained. You gained an extra 75% experience. Total experience 85%. Killed 3 monsters and still no level up, even with the experience buff. Higher levels really are harder to climb, Truong Thanh thought. Boss! Truong Dai Hoa ran over, tears streaming, clutching Truong Than's leg. You're here! From now on I'll call you Big Bro. You're the one who saved my family's happiness. It's just a little thing. Luu Tu Gia looked at the big tough guy crying miserably, shaking his head. No future at all. Just then, a glow surrounded Luu Tu Gia's body. Hoa, Than Tu, I leveled up, I'm ranked up. Truong Thanh didn't reply, turning toward the nearby bushes. He spoke loudly, expressing thanks for the help. Now the person can reveal themselves. There's someone else here? Luu Tu Gia was puzzled. From the bushes, Hoa Tuman stepped out, her face a bit tense. Definitely a beautiful young lady, Luu Tu Gia joked. Actually, I noticed that earlier. You noticed too? Truong Dai Hoa asked suspiciously. You looked just as confused as me earlier. Don't worry, Truong Thanh said to the girl. Since you helped us, you're definitely not an enemy. We owe you one for what just happened. So this young lady helped us? Truong Dai Hoa still didn't get it. Those 2 little monsters suddenly froze because she had secretly made a move, Trieu Thanh explained. Otherwise, you guys would have gotten hurt by now. So that's how it was. Truong Dai Hoa slapped his thigh. I told you, they were about to catch us, then suddenly stopped. Tio Ngor saved my life. She's my lifesaver. If we meet again, we'll do everything we can to help, Trieu Thanh said, then turned away. We gotta move now. Goodbye. The 3 of them walked off, leaving Hoa Tioman standing there, fists clenched. Hoa Tioman, once you miss your chance, it might never come back. Summoning all her courage, she called out, Can I come with you? All 3 turned around at once. Whoa, Thine really has that natural charm with girls, Luu Tu Gia said with a smirk. Nice. Another girl joins us, maybe she'll snap Thine out of his delusions about that high-class young miss. Boss? Truong Dai Hoa spoke up. She just helped us and seems fragile. Why not let her come along? We're about to challenge the boss. It's dangerous, we could die anytime, Trieu Thanh replied coldly. I know. I'm here to fight it too, the girl said firmly. I'm not afraid to die. My family in residence 347 is waiting for me to bring food. If I can't do that, it's worse than death. Please, let me join you. Sorry, no can do. Huh? That's totally different from what this young master expected, Luu Tu Gia said, stunned. Can you tell me why? Hoa Tioman asked, voice trembling. First, I can't guarantee your safety, so no promises. Second, adding you makes our team more noticeable, which isn't necessarily good. Third, Trieu Thanh paused, locking eyes with her. Hung Dai in Zone 119 is basically a good guy. If your residents need supplies, just ask, he'll help, at least a bit. Are you serious? Not just saying that because I'm weak? My ability is special, definitely not weaker than my 2 companions, Trieu Thanh said, glancing at Luu Tu Gia and Truong Dai Hoa, leaving it up to her to decide what to believe. Damn it, how dare he underestimate this young master, Luu Tu Gia muttered. Compared to boss, we're honestly weak as hell, Truong Dai Hoa admitted. Got it, Hoa Tioman smiled softly, a gentle spark in her eyes. Thanks for telling me all this. You're a good person too. Hope we meet again, she said, then turned away. Luu Tu Gia watched her leave, muttering, I see you really care about that rich young miss. Even a good girl like her got rejected. Trieu Thanh patted his shoulder. Zar too, you're not weak. Those words stunned Luu Tu Gia, then made him grin wide. No need to say it. This young master knows well. Their relationship is definitely not ordinary, Truong Dai Hoa thought. Just like Hung Lao Dai and Baik Lao Dai, each has loyal followers. On the way, Luu Tu Gia leaned close to Trieu Thanh, whispering, Thanh Tu, I'm curious about something. You want to know why I let Truong Dai Hoa join, right? Because he's Hung Dai's man, isn't he? Not sure about Hung Di's intentions, but a regular driver controlling a vehicle carrying precious supplies has to be his trusted aide. Sending a trusted man shows he values us. While walking, Trieu Thanh suddenly tripped over something. Hey, what's this? Dare to block this young master's way? Luu Tu Gia shouted, then fell silent when he saw what was at their feet. A corpse. This is someone from our residence. Truong Dai Hoa recognized the victim. She was no joke, reached level 9 and traveled with a group. How did she end up dead here? Trieu Thanh sat down to check. Wounds from monsters, but the fatal injury came from a sharp human weapon. Boss, look here. Luu Tu Gia pointed to a dense bush. So many dead. Looks like someone deliberately hid the bodies here. Truong Dai Hoa paled seeing the other corpses. That was their team. Didn't expect them all to die here. One was even level 10. Clearly, Someone ambushed them while they were badly injured from fighting monsters, Trieu Thanh concluded. I've seen mantises catching cicadas and sparrows getting caught before. But there's another possibility. He looked at Trung Dar Hoa. The killer is an enemy right inside Residence 119. Zenza, your zone 119, Trieu Thanh said, voice low, no longer joking. The moment the words ended, the cave trembled violently, dust and rocks falling everywhere. A piercing drilling sound echoed, like a giant drill boring straight down from above. Boss, above, Jiazi shouted. A grotesque monster burst out from the rock. It had the body of a giant rat, but its head was replaced by a spiral drill-like horn. A fierce and savage beast. Human level. Monster rank human level, could it be the one attacking that group? The rat gave no time to think, and charged straight at Zhang Dehua. Its drill head aimed dead on. Swoosh, he dashed forward, swinging his sword to block the devastating charge, and pushed Zhang Dehua aside. This thing's strength was insane, rivaling that red demon beast from before. And this was just an elite monster. From a hidden corner, two figures watched closely. Oh, isn't that Zhang Dehua, Manager Kwang's right-hand man? Stick to the old plan, wait for them to weaken each other, then clean up the mess. The rat charged wildly, startling the two watchers. What the hell? Is that even a rat? Amid the chaos, his mind analyzed the enemy lurking in the shadows. If his guess was right, the villain would wait for us and this monster to tear each other apart. That means he's definitely a sneaky, cunning type, probably still hiding somewhere, secretly observing. To avoid interference during the final boss fight, better take him out here. First, let's use this monster to put on a show and lure him out. He charged forward, pretending to assist Jia Zi. Where's its weak spot? The plan. Fake a serious injury, lure the snake out of its hole, then counterattack to finish it off. It's the tactic Sis taught me for hunting mutated vultures perfect here too. Thanh Tu aimed at his position, Jia Zi activated his ability, and a stone shot out, hitting the monster's chest. Its health dropped by only 1%, but he confirmed the weak spot. Gotta control the force, can't kill it for real. Hit too hard, it won't bite the bait. One slash dealt about 15% damage. At the same time, he deliberately exposed a critical opening. The rat didn't miss the chance its drill horn rammed into him, leaving a deep wound. Thanh Tu, Jia Zi roared, eyes blood-red and fierce. Dare hurt my brother, you're dead meat, punk. Bro, don't. Zhang Dehua hurriedly stopped him. That'll draw its attention. But it was too late. Jia Zi's stone barely hurt but successfully pissed off the monster. It turned. Bloodshot eyes locking onto Jia Zi and Zhang Dehua. We're cooked, it's looking this way. The rat charged madly. He shouted, Jia Zi, run. Jia Zi really thought he was badly hurt, and risked it all. If he told the truth now, the plan would fail. This kid, why's he so useless when it counts? Jia Zi muttered, pale-faced but still standing his ground. But this punk's fearless, like a pig-headed rat. Just then, Zhang Dehua burst with insane speed, grabbed Jia Zi, and narrowly dodged the attack. A deep hole appeared where they just stood. Bro, are you crazy? That's a human-level monster. Zhang Dehua looked at Jia Zi with admiration. Their bond was stronger than he thought, true life or death friendship. The fight turned into a chase. Jia Zi kept shooting stones, chipping away the monster's health. Meanwhile, Zhang Dehua used his superhuman speed to help him dodge. Damn, driver, how are you so fast? Jia Zi was shocked. Aren't you only level 5? This speed beats even Thanh Tu's. Sorry, little bro, Zhang Dehua explained while running. Actually, I'm level 10, with the extreme speed attribute. If we survive, I'll explain everything. Zhang Dehua, level 10. Attribute. Golden extreme speed, plus 30% agility. Alright, driver, the two of them one attacking, one moving worked perfectly together. The monster's health kept dropping. Though they had the upper hand, Jia Zi thought. Thanh Tu just took a direct hit. They can't stall any longer. Losing too much blood is dangerous. They had to finish the monster fast. But when he reached into his pocket, his face went pale. Damn, out of stones. Just then, the battered figure in the shadows finally made a move. Stupid monster, stuck on your nose all day and still can't finish the job? Let me help you out. A stone flew from nowhere, hitting Zhang Dehua's ankle. He stumbled and fell, dragging Jia Zi down with him. The fake regressor lunged forward, jaws full of fangs right in front of him. This time, he was done for. Zatu shut his eyes, but in that life-or-death moment, he still shouted, Thanh Tu, run. But death didn't come. A shadow flashed like lightning, blocking the monster. Swoosh! With a single slash, he cleaved the level 10 beast in half. Then he deliberately staggered and coughed up a mouthful of blood. Of course, the more pathetic he looked, the happier the hidden villain in the shadows became. Jatu's over-the-top reaction made the act incredibly convincing. Only by showing weakness does the fox reveal its tail. Thangtu, are you okay? Zatu rushed over. Chung Daihua looked at him in shock. Injured but still able to kill a level Mui monster. This young guy has insane combat talent. He's definitely going to be a big deal in the future. Trieu Thanh sat down on a rock, breathing heavily, but his eyes still blazing. Don't worry, I'm not dead yet. A warm energy spread through his body, healing his wounds. Leveling up grants healing effects. Last time he defeated the Crimson Demon, it triggered once too. Killing a level 10 elite monster plus the absolute leadership effect, he's definitely hitting level 8. A system panel appeared before him. You have defeated a level 10 elite beast. Absolute leadership attribute activated. Experience gained increased by 75%. Experience received has been amplified. Trieu Thanh leveled up from 7 to 8. The Eternal Evolution book opened again, revealing 3 new rare attribute options. 1. Fire Chi Refining, Golden Tier, Effect Unknown. 2. Brave Marshal, Golden Tier, Effect, plus 30% Strength. 3. Autonomous Research, Golden Tier, Effect Unknown. Warning. This is the final link of the Autonomous Research attribute chain. Upon acquisition, chain fusion can be activated. Without hesitation, Trieu Thanh picked the third option. Chain fusion, a totally new concept, but definitely going to be insane. He knew his advantage well. Normal people only unlock new attributes at level 10 after awakening. To collect all 3 links in a chain, they need to reach at least level 30. Congratulations, you have collected the entire Autonomous Research attribute chain. Activating fusion. Fusion, no wonder I'm considered a freak among awakened ones, Trieu Thanh thought silently. Level 8 fusion means he directly owns a power others have to grind to level 34. A brilliant light from the individual attributes began to merge. Come on, let's see what you fuse into. Seeing Trieu Thanh motionless, bathed in light, Luu Tu Gia felt both relieved and worried. Thangtu leveled up again, that'll help him recover. Perfect. Now, his gaze shifted to Trung Dar Hua, full of suspicion. There were still some issues to settle. He was clearly with Kung Dai, but hiding his level. Even if he meant no harm and even helped out, what was his real motive? Feeling Luu Tu Jian's stare, Trung Dar Hoa grinned and pulled out a pack of jerky. Tio Ka, my wife made this. It'll help you guys recover your strength. Cut to the chase, Luu Tu Jia interrupted. Why are you hiding your level and tagging along with us? It's definitely not some noble, chivalrous reason, right? Before Trung Dar Hoa could explain, a sinister voice echoed from the cave shadows. A badly injured one, 2 useless ones, perfect timing for us from the abyss to strike. By order of Lord Black Fang, kill everyone who entered from Zone 119 without mercy. What's the deal here? Watch out. Chung Daihua reacted lightning fast, activating extreme speed, grabbing Luu Tu Zar and dodging a critical strike in a flash. Oh, Chung Daihua. One of the attackers recognized him. He's way faster than last time, or you'd be dead like the others. Lo Chung Ta and Lo Kian Khang Chung Daihua sized them up. You're 2 of Black Fang's top henchmen, deputy managers of Zone with Chum Mui Chin, both level Mui. So it's you guys, sneaking around to slaughter your own people. Manager Kung won't let this slide. What's going on? Are these your acquaintances? Luu Tu Jia asked. They're Black Fang's men, sworn enemies of Manager Hung. Chung Daihua explained quickly. He's an extremist warmonger, always opposing Hung Quan's ideals. Even while fusing, Chung Thang overheard everything. Hung Dai's biggest rival is Black Fang. It's very likely he secretly colluded with Pham Dar Ho. If so, the debt of oppressing Zone 226's people falls on him too. Our boss isn't someone a dying man like you can judge, the Loy brothers roared. Kill them all. Run. Chung Daihua grabbed Luu Tu Za and sprinted at full speed. We'll explain later first, we have to survive. No use, Loi Chung Thar sneered. Within my attribute domain, you can't escape. He raised his hand, shooting out sticky spider silk strands that sealed the cave entrance. We're screwed, Zhang Dahua thought bitterly. This spider silk will slow me down. Losing my speed advantage, I'm definitely no match for them. The Lei brothers quickly caught up. Zhang Dahua, next life, remember to pick a better boss. Cut off your head, then collect the reward from the boss. Sorry, little bro, in this life or death moment, Zhang Dahua throws Lu Zaya hard towards Zhao Cheng. Boss, little bro, you 2 are the real MVPs. While I'm risking it all here, find a way to escape. If you survive, tell my wife and kids that Zhang Dahua wasn't a coward. He turned around, ready to fight to the death. The Lei brothers' twin blades slashed down simultaneously. Don't worry, we'll tell them after we finish off these bastards. But right then, 2 small stones sliced through the air, hitting their blades with terrifying force. Clang, clang, who's there? They growled angrily. Daring to ambush us? You want to die? The 2 assassins swung their swords, trying to counterattack. Their swords clashed with Zhao Cheng's weapon, producing a sharp, metallic screech. Clang! A brutal force surged through their hands, numbing them. Too heavy. One thought in horror. This space-time dungeon clearly only allows awakened below level 10 to enter. But this kid's power is already beyond level 10. You punk. You're badly injured and still meddling in our 119 district's business? The leader roared. But seeing Zhao Cheng's staggering, battered state, he started calculating. He's seriously hurt, probably just bluffing. Just stall a bit, wait for his wounds to worsen, then it'll be easy to chop off his head. The driver is our friend, Zhao Cheng finally spoke. Weak but resolute. He doesn't want to see his friend die, so this isn't meddling. Hearing that, tears streamed down Zhang Dahua's face. Boss, he choked. You, Manager Kwang, someone like that can't be a gigolo, he's a big shot who supports us. Clearly a genius teen, just like N-Guy. Hey punk. The leader lost patience. But since your bro is in a good mood, willing to spare you, I advise you to take your lackey and scram. Zhao Cheng gave Lu Zaya a nickname. He got it. Lu Zaya was smirking, provoking them back. Sorry, but right now, we're in a terrible mood, and don't plan to let you survive and escape. So Senza has to deal with you two first. The leader flew into a rage. Kill them all. Anyone who opposes us dies. Heaven has a way out, you won't take it. Hell has no door, yet you rush in. He shot out razor-sharp spider silk strands at the two. Though his force was strong, the leader's wounds were severe. If it's a death match, only we brothers can win, Lu Zaya thought. Before striking, Zhao Cheng suddenly asked, Do you know a guy named Pham Dai Ho? Pham Dai Ho, the leader sneered. That idiot from District 226 inches West Kung? Now that you mention it, Lord Hat Loi sent my bro to trade with Han. Trade what? Of course, wild veggies, ferns, and genetically modified cassava from your District 226, the other happily explained. We used some cheap item vouchers to buy those precious foods. Just promising Han a chance to enter District 119, Han, obediently like a dog, handed over all the locals' food to us. Ha ha ha. So, Zhao Cheng gritted his teeth, words slipping through clenched teeth, those who oppressed and cornered us also share blame. If you'd revealed your identity sooner, none of this mess would have happened, the leader said condescendingly. I know your District 226 has it rough. Now, chop off this driver's head and bring it here. I'll let you join District 119 as proof to Lord Hat Loi. Boss, I can't take it anymore, Lu Zaya roared, eyes bloodshot. Turns out these bastards had a hand in her death too. Today, we have to shoot these two bastards dead. A glowing stone shot forward, but the lackey easily sliced it in half with his sword. Another stone user. But this force isn't even as strong as my little bro scratching an itch, Han thought. The only threat is the injured guy. Keep provoking Han, let his wounds tear more, stall a bit longer, and chopping off Han's head will be easy. Yazi, give me the weak spot. Surrender already. Lu Zaya immediately activated his attribute. Activated. Storm Nail Dispel. Effect 2. Weak point detected. Neck, heart, head / wherever you want. I'm done growing up, purposely letting them hear it. Thang deliberately told me to back off. His emotions are tightly controlled. Not one to talk much, but that doesn't mean he can't get mad. Then, slash all 3 spots. Boss, kill the little bro first. Han is weaker. Trung Dar Hoa comes from behind. The henchman went berserk, swinging his sword at Trung Dar Hoa. I'm the one who strikes first. But the moment Han turned around, a shadow flashed by swoosh. Trung Thanh appeared beside Han out of nowhere. One slash, the henchman's body was split in 2. One guy, the little bro, the leader roared in terror as spider webs wrapped around Han. The sharp threads immediately bound Trung Than's leg and one arm, but he just smirked. Activated. ***, Blazing Phoenix Demon ***. Attribute. Bronze. Flames erupted, burning the spiderwebs to ashes in an instant. Trung Thanh charged forward relentlessly, giving the enemy no chance to fight back. Seconds later, he stood over 2 assassins. These guys were weaker than expected. Either they underestimated him because they thought he was badly hurt, or Trung Thanh was feeling a new power surging through his body. He successfully activated the Super Limit Tech Fusion attribute, Thoi San rank. This attribute was self-developed by fusing 1, 2, 3 abilities. Effect 1, Super Limit Boost, increasing all personal attributes by 150%. Effect 2, Breaking Limits, can simultaneously enhance 3 different attributes by 600%, lasting 5 minutes. Cooldown 30 minutes. 3 golden attributes fused into 1 Thoi San rank attribute. This is the terrifying power of fused attributes. Master Trung Thanh swiftly handled 2 strong enemies, while Trung Dar Ho and Luu Tu Gia breathed a sigh of relief. Trung Dar Hoa cleaned up the loot and asked, A guy as OP as boss still so stingy? That's just his habit, Luu Tu Gia replied. If there's loot and you don't pick it up, you're just dumb. Inventory check. Some jerky and 200 item tickets. Zatu's share goes with me, and yours. No need, boss. Chung Daihua waved his hand. You handled everything solo. Besides, if I bring out stuff from Hin Dir Loithier, Hatler's people definitely won't spare me. My wife and kids are in zone 119. I gotta be careful. Alright, but earlier when I searched that mutant rat, it seemed like its drill had some info hidden inside. You two should check the test station. Could this be a legendary treasure, or some kind of blessing the mutant's hiding? Luu Tu Gia said excitedly. Hidden info? Let me feel it. Trung Darhua curiously touched the metal drill. Asterisk. Special item obtained. Drill of the Fierce Rat King. Asterisk. The item description says it's the key to the Electric Rat Clan's treasure. If we find the treasure, it'll come in handy. See? This young master was right, Luu Tu Jian cheered. This is definitely a rare treasure blessing. The Electric Rat Clan is the collective name for the monsters in this dungeon. Usually, the treasure is with the final boss. But this time, we got the key first. An put the stone in his pocket, eyes on Jian Tu. I'm hoping this treasure has a weapon that suits An. The monsters behind will only get stronger. We gotta gear An up as soon as possible. Hearing that, Jian Tu felt touched. Didn't expect this kid to care about me, not just looking out for himself. I really need a soul skin weapon. Using this rubber slingshot forever doesn't fit my style. Then Ein looked at Trung Daihua. Hatler's got more than just those two planted in Ein's zone. There's definitely another mole. Do you want to break out early to warn Manager Kung? That's exactly why I can't go out, Ein sighed. Boss is unstoppable, but little bro, An glanced at Jian Tu, still too weak. If I retreat, little bro will just become your burden. Hey Ein, are you roasting me to my face? Zartu jumped up. Huh? Little bro? I didn't mean that. He's right, can't be average. Then let's keep pushing forward. Where exactly? Jian Tu grumbled. Don't force this young master. If I get serious, I'll blind you all for sure. The ancient text says, a scholar not seen for 3 days must be seen with new eyes. You guys get it? Right, little bro agreed. And Trung Darhoa quickly chimed in. Of course, just wait. The shame today, this young master will repay 100-fold. 30 years in Ha Dong, 30 years in Ha Te, waiting for the poor young master to rise. Jian Tu puffed up and recited those spirited quotes non-stop. Why do those ancient sayings feel so real? You only read from dusty old books, huh? He asked, a bit amused. I mean, this young master's cultured, right? We were walking when all three of us suddenly stopped. Ahead was a horrifying scene, dozens of bodies scattered everywhere. Another massive kill? Jiazi stammered. Zhang Dehua checked the bodies, his expression turning serious. These weren't people from Zone 119 but outsiders. Supplies had been completely looted. This was a brutal fight over resources. The tough guy not only stole everything but also eliminated competition. Looks like the Lei brothers were just appetizers. He thought silently the real massacre had begun. At that moment, his ears twitched. After breaking his limits, his hearing had become insanely sharp. He signaled the other two to stop. There was a fight ahead. Let's watch and see if we can clutch some benefits. Hidden behind a rock, we spotted a familiar figure. Cornered. It was Hua Xiaoman. Another woman, dressed provocatively and heavily made up, was pressing against her. You filthy worm, stop struggling, just die so we can rush in and claim the boss. That's her? Fate's wild. Who knew she'd get tangled with such trash alone? The woman's two lackeys lunged at Hua Xiaoman. Die, you venomous bitch, there's no escape. My stamina's drained, Hua Xiaoman thought hopelessly. She couldn't even use her attribute powers anymore. Guys, I can't bring back the food. I should have listened and retreated to find backup. Just as the enemy's blade was about to strike, a shadow flashed by. Swish. Swish, both lackeys collapsed silently. Open your eyes, you're not dead yet. Hua Xiaoman looked up, tears in her astonished eyes. Is it you? You came too? Yeah, step aside first. This time I've got your back. The woman watched her henchman fall without panic, even flashing a seductive smile and pushing her chest toward him. Boss, your skills aren't bad. Wanna? Oh, I just activated my ability. Pink hearts floated from her body. Wanna have some fun with me? Chung Zi, watch out. Boss, careful, her ability might be mind control. Jia Zi and Zhang Dehua rushed to shield him but got trapped in those pink hearts. Ugh, these two idiots, she clicked her tongue. My power only works if they're off guard, your plan's ruined. They immediately attacked him, but at his speed, they were just clumsy puppets. Wait, she cried as he closed in. Listen, it's beneficial, not harmful. If you kill me now, you'll regret it. Say it. My power's unique, plus I'm from Zone 119. She twisted her body, flaunting her hot curves. If you kill me, my boss won't spare you. Better let me tag along. This cold-blooded woman could only tempt him with her looks. Once inside, Quan Cha's people would handle her. Is that all? His tone was icy. Inside, it's all my boss's people. Taking me along only benefits you. Lone wolves like you are dead meat. My boss ordered this raid to belong to Zone 119. Once you and I team up, you'll be one of us. Hua Xiaoman worriedly watched him. These days, many women do this to survive. Hope he doesn't get played. Your boss is Ha Li too? He asked. My boss has way more experience than some trash like Ha Li. I'm proud even Manager Kwang calls him Boss Kwang Ka. Got it. He thought he'd been charmed, smiling flirtatiously. Looks like you're really smart. With us teaming up, no way we won't get into the company. But all he got was a cold swish, her body fell, a smile still lingering. Her offer wasn't bad though. Why'd you kill her? Hua Xiaoman couldn't hide her confusion. He wiped blood from his blade, explaining calmly. First, she wanted to kill you, and I promised to help you once. Second, someone who tried to kill me and control my friends can't be trusted. Third, and most importantly, I refuse to be a hunting dog for anyone named Huang Jun, nor do I want to be part of Zone 119. So that's it. Hua Xiaoman thought a super rational mindset, reliable but a bit intimidating. Meanwhile, Luu Tu Gia and Zhang Dehua snapped out of the control state. My head's pounding. What did you do just now? What happened? Looks like you were about to attack Chengzi. That woman's attribute power controlled you guys, Zhang Cheng said. If she could do it once, she can do it again. To be safe, I took action. Trung Dar Hua suddenly realized she was the woman of Deputy Manager Huang Quan. Killing her means he's made enemies with 2 of the 3 top leaders in the residential area. No worries, Trieu Thanh replied. Once I get into the company, I'm out of here. The 3 top leaders? Luu Tu Gia cut in. Just Hengzi, Hackler, and that Huang Quanguai. Exactly, Trung Dai Hua confirmed. They control Zone Chumwichin but always clash due to differing views. Then it's clear. Luu Tu Gia Guest. The real traps here are Huang Quan and Hackler. Hengzi knows Thang Tu's no ordinary guy, so he doesn't dare act recklessly. But the other 2? Thang Tu, just keep pretending you've got some untouchable background. In the outside world, your identity is what you make of it. Boss, little bro, if we keep going, we'll get surrounded by a bunch of fake awakened. Let's keep pushing deeper, Trung Dar Hua worried. I have to get into the company, Trieu Thanh said firmly. Eyes fixed deeper in the cave. My sis is still waiting for me. Wherever Thang Tu goes, I go. Luu Tu Gia patted his chest. Then count me in too. Senior Hua Tielmarn hesitated. Can't you really take me along? Don't get too close, Trieu Thanh said. Keep your distance and use your ability to support. That's the best way. Yes, I'll do my best not to be a bother, she replied. Seeing that, Luu Tu Gia patted his friend's shoulder. What's up? Feeling sorry? I thought you only cared about that sis of yours. It's gonna get even more dangerous, Trieu Thanh replied, ignoring the tease. With her here, your safety goes up a notch or two. The young master needs a woman to protect him, huh? Senior, since you agreed, Hoa Tioman spoke up. I won't hide it anymore. Actually, there are still a few people here. She activated her wide-range golden scent ability. A faint fragrance spread, and instantly, everyone sensed others hiding nearby. Didn't expect so many hidden, and all injured. That's right, we were pushed back from the front, a badly wounded man said. Getting into the company is a life-or-death struggle, but those bastards are the worst. Not only traps, they also disguised as support sent by Zone 119. Result? They cut off one of my arms when I let my guard down, the young man said, coughing up blood. The woman earlier sent henchmen here to silence us all, Hoa Tioman added. I couldn't stand it, so I helped. They can't fight anymore, yet those bastards won't let go. What now? Luu Tu Gia thought. Leaving them means death, but helping means taking them out, which wastes time. We still have to hunt the boss and grab the treasure. Hua Tioman looked anxiously at Trieu Thanh. He's a scary smart guy. Will he make a ruthless call? Clearly, abandoning us here is the best option for them. Trieu Thanh was silent a moment, then made his decision. He looked at Trung Dai Hua, Hua Tioman, Tai Seika, the girl, oh, young Miss Hua, and Big Bro Sofong here. Going deeper is dangerous. This group asks you to escort them out safely. Got it, Trung Dar Ho replied without hesitation. Hoa Tioman sighed in relief. Thank God, he's not that kind of guy. Manager Kung, this kid really reminds me of you. He sees ordinary people as humans too. Hey, the young man named So Fong called Trieu Thanh over. I got something for you. It's in my pocket. Take it yourself. He smiled weakly. I got this after killing an elite trial brute, but it's no longer effective. I'll remember this life-saving favor, So Fong said. Trieu Thanh pulled out an old animal hide. Zatu, what's this? Luu Tu Gia exclaimed. Oh man, it's the hidden treasure map for this dungeon. The treasure hide is separate from the boss. We just got the drill key, now the treasure map too. Talk about lucky. Then here's the plan. Trieu Thanh quickly laid it out. Da Tu, you go find the treasure. I'll head into the boss's area. Are you crazy? Luu Tu Gia shouted. Who knows how dangerous the boss area is now? Going alone is suicide. If I get the treasure, our power will rise. Our chances of winning go up too. I'll adapt on the fly, no reckless moves, just like Trieu Thanh. Watch your path. Luu Tu Gia gritted his teeth. Trieu Thang's right. At my current level, I can't face level Mui enemies yet. Getting the treasure is the only way I can help him. The treasure is over here. Trieu Thanh, wait for me. Luu Tu Gia turned and ran off. Alone now, Trieu Thanh ventured deeper into the cave. The further he went, the more corpses of both humans and monsters he saw. The silence around was eerily quiet. Looks like the Hat Lord crew had already cleared the path. If that's the case, Dan Tu's side should be safer. Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed ahead. Hearing the noise, Trieu Thanh squinted. It seemed he'd reached the boss area. From above, Trieu Thanh observed the fierce battle below. The giant boss, covered in wounds, had only about 15% HP left. A group was surrounding it, unleashing their final crushing attacks. This was the dungeon's boss. Its power was nearly drained, he calculated silently. United, they poured all their strength into killing it, the team leader shouted. It's about to die, but not just yet. Trieu Thanh narrowed his eyes. Otherwise, he'd have to face all of them alone. He needed the boss to hold back some enemies while he took out the weaker ones first. If they could kill innocent people for profit, then me stepping in is just justice served. His target was the three weakest standing on the outskirts, their realms still low. They had no clue a Reaper was rushing up from behind. Killing this boss gets us the company membership, one of them said excitedly. After killing all those wanderers outside, finally some payback. The second added, with company status, my position in the settlement will level up. Then I'll bring home a dozen girls to have some fun. The third chuckled smugly. Too bad. A cold voice cut behind them. You won't be leaving anymore. 3 sword slashes flashed, 3 heads hit the ground. The 3 didn't even realize what hit them. The fighters battling the boss instantly sensed Trieu Than's presence. Old Liu, the Ma brothers, the leader shouted. That kid's yours to handle. Leave the boss's last HP to me and old Trung. Where did this royal mutt come from, daring to ruin our family's good time? Lu Bạch Vũ, level Mui Mort, roared, muscles bulging. Activated Zung Vu, golden attribute. Effect, plus 30% strength for Mui minutes. The 2 archers, Ma Fi and Man Trong, immediately raised their bows, arrows glowing with energy. Let's see if you can survive our arrows. But Trieu Thanh was like a ghost, moving at insane speed, dodging Lu Bạch Vũ and appearing right before Mar Trang. 1 slash, another life down. 2 weak. Next up, 2 more. Don't hold back, this kid's nothing like the usual wanderers. Lu Bạch Vũ roared. Ma Fi, the other Ma brother, gritted his teeth. Watch my name. Activating sniper shot. Golden attribute. Effect. Plus 50% damage with explosion. Lu Bạch Vũ switched targets too. Activating ice fist. Golden attribute. Effect. Plus 55% damage with slow and freeze. Ranged fake cultivators usually suck at melee. Close in, and they're dead. Trieu Thanh assessed. He moved like a shuttle, dodging arrows and icy punches, closing the gap non-stop. Old Trung, that kid's no joke, the leader yelled. Killing the boss is priority, Old Trung replied. Even if they all die, as long as we kill the boss, we join the company. True that, Old Trung sees the real deal, the leader agreed silently. He kept attacking the boss, its HP bar dropping to 0%. Meanwhile, Lu Bạch Vũ and Ma Fi panicked, seeing Trieu Thanh closing in. Damn it, no way out. Let him taste our deadliest arrow, Ma Fi shouted, pouring all his energy into one shot. Deadliest arrow? Perfect for testing my limits right now. Trieu Thanh suddenly stopped, not dodging at all. The arrow exploded, piercing his chest with a massive blast. That kid didn't dodge? He's crazy. Lu Bạch Vũ was stunned. Good thing he's crazy, Ma Fi sighed. If he dodged, we'd be dead. But as the smoke cleared, a shadow flashed by, and Ma Fi fell, his throat slit by a sword. Brother, Lu Bạch Vũ screamed. The level up from super limit tech is beyond what I imagined, Trieu Thanh said calmly. You bastard, you should have fled with my brother. But before Lu Bạch Vũ could strike, another sword ended him. When you massacre others, be ready for this day. Super limit tech boosted my physical stats to a new level, letting me tank hits like that without activating active skills. Imagine how strong I'd be if I broke my limits. He looked at the last 2. Gotta kill the boss to get company status first. Old Trung and the leader were still focused on the boss. Final blow. But when the boss's HP hit 1%, it suddenly dropped its weapon, clutched its head, and let out a heart-wrenching scream. What's going on? Is it begging for mercy? Boom! The cave ceiling shattered. A massive war axe slammed down, and an even bigger, fiercer monster appeared. Colossal Boar King, hidden boss, level 13. 2 bosses in one dungeon? Old Zhang and the leader were sweating bullets. The Colossal Boar King swung its axe in a devastating attack. The two quickly backed off to dodge. You guys, running away? A commanding voice boomed from the Colossal Boar King. A second boss, and it could speak human language. This was a serious threat. To be safe, they had to take down one boss first. Didn't expect it to talk, Old Zhang said. First, kill the weaker one. Want to kill her, huh? The Colossal Boar King roared, blocking the first boss with its axe. You'll have to step over my body first. This guy's too OP. We just spent half a day barely damaging the other one, the leader thought. Just then, while the Colossal Boar King focused on the two in front, Trieu Thanh silently circled behind. Seizing the moment when the first boss was unguarded, he charged in. I'll take this boss's head. One slash, and the weaker boss's head rolled off. That bastard just stole our kill, the leader fumed. Hold up. Old Zhang stopped him, eyes gleaming with cunning. That boss treats the fallen one like a lover. Killing it now only makes you the prime target for the Colossal Boar King. We just watched the show. Provoked, the Boar King roared like thunder and charged straight at him. Humans, die. He didn't flinch, stepping up to face it head-on. Level 13 boss, how strong could it be? Time to see if he could block it. Bam! One axe swing shook the ground. He was blasted backward. This Colossal Boar King is insanely strong, he thought, shocked. Each creature's base stats differ, and after leveling up, their power skyrockets. A pure one-on-one fight was impossible. Quan Sa's two subordinates watched from afar, worry etched on their faces. Just like that, this Boar King was twice as strong as the fierce boar they fought earlier. Without the Ma brothers' backup, it's tough with just us. The Boar King charged madly. I want your head. But this time, he avoided direct confrontation. Its power was massive, but its speed wasn't exceptional. Dodging was easy if he focused. He dodged while calculating. The two had realized they couldn't kill this boss alone. They needed him, but once the boss fell, they'd turn on him immediately. Just as expected, one spoke up. Bro, we're all from the same company. This boss is too OP. Why not team up? We'll overlook you killing our guys for now. Everything was part of the plan. In this world, no enemies are permanent, only interests are. Fine, he replied simply. Let's team up to kill the boss first, then sort out the rest. The two exchanged glances. Chuka, that brat agreed. Follow the plan. Got it. When the boss's HP hits 10%, we strike the killing blow. Bro, we're here to back you up. The three dove into battle, chipping away at the Boar King's health. At 76% HP, it roared, dark aura radiating from its body. The Boar King activated the Demon Bull attribute, Bronze Tier, plus 15% damage, plus 15% speed, lasting 15 minutes. Its power surged, a tail swipe sent all three flying, coughing up blood. But it was just a scratch. They quickly got up and kept poking. The two started using their trump cards. Chu Cha activated the Brave Warrior attribute, Gold Tier, plus 30% strength. Truca activated the Extreme Force attribute, Bronze Tier, plus 40% strength, negative 20% speed. Cornered, the Boar King let out one last roar as its body grotesquely expanded. The Boar King triggered the Boar King's Territory attribute, Special Boss, Gold Tier, plus 50% HP, plus 30% strength, plus 40% size. Humans, open your eyes and witness my true form. Its HP shot from 48% to 98%. Damn, its second attribute is that terrifying? This is a boss-exclusive skill. No holding back, give it everything otherwise, we're cooked. The two couldn't hide it anymore. Chucha activated the Shadow Guard attribute, Gold Tier, summoning 10 dark clones, each with 30% power. Chu Ta also activated the Peach Blossom Wind attribute, Bronze Tier, weapon slashing with fire and wind, causing burns. Cut it down. The three charged at each other again. They noticed he hadn't activated his second attribute, probably thinking he wasn't level 10 yet. He silently calculated, let them think that. When he's drained, that's when they'll strike. The battle turned more chaotic than ever. The Trial King's health bar dropped faster than a blood pressure crash. Finally, it was down to just 13%. Just a bit more, and I'd go all out to finish it off. I deliberately charged forward, creating a huge opening, pretending to be exhausted. At this point, you guys should make your move, right? Just as I expected, Old Zhang struck. Two razor-sharp blades slashed at me from both sides simultaneously. I feigned fear. What are you trying to do? Aren't we supposed to be working together? Working together? Uncle C sneered. You're just some newbie below human rank, and you think you deserve to team up with us? You killed our teammate, grabbed the loot. On what basis do you demand an alliance? Fair enough, I smirked, my eyes turning icy cold. How convenient, I had no intention of teaming up with you anyway. My true power exploded, effortlessly slicing through the shadow clones. My shadow guards still have some fight left. So what? The gap between human rank and below is a world apart. Even if you still have some fight, you're no match for us, especially with the boss behind you targeting you. Humanity's betrayal is laughable. The Trial King lunged forward too. If you were an ordinary awakened, you'd be done for, I said calmly, my voice icy cold. Too bad. I counter them, the system announced. Activating light fusion, effect 2. Breaking limits, agility, strength, and stamina boosted by 600%. Lasts 5 minutes. I'm no hero, but I know to beat evil, you gotta be 10 times more ruthless. Meanwhile, elsewhere in action, according to the map, the treasure's just ahead. Let's hope we don't run into any monsters. Without the driver here, this young miss won't escape even if she runs. But quickly, the hunter's expression changed. The smell of blood terrified him. He clasped his hands and prayed frantically. Master Tudar, Dirpdar, Tharkdar, Lumdar, and all the gods, please protect me, don't let me run into monsters. After praying, he cautiously stepped inside and saw a horrifying scene. A treasure chest, surrounded by countless corpses of humans and monsters. Phew, that was close. Guess praying to the gods really works. No wonder the ancient texts mentioned this. He looked around. This map fell from the Fangclaw trial. They must have come here after getting it. Too bad they ran into the treasure's guardian. Thanks to you three for paving the way. This young miss will remember this kindness. He happily ran to the chest but then froze. How do I open this? This chest looks way bigger than my key. Instinctively, Luu Tu Gia tried pressing the all-copper chisel into the chest's lock. Do I need to use brute force to work a miracle? But no, the chisel turned into a beam of light upon contact, then condensed into a complete key. Oh, this key's smart, Luu Tu Gia chuckled. Wonder what's inside this S-rank dungeon chest. Last time, the Wolf King's chest was handed straight to Quantuet. I didn't even get to check it out. Eagerly, he opened the chest to find an exquisite crossbow glowing green. Silverstone crossbow, rank 6. Another ranged weapon, damage 300 plus 120% user strength. Special effect. When used with black feather arrows, adds 200 fixed damage. A top-tier crossbow. Looks like the gods are on my side. Luu Tu Gia happily examined the weapon. Ah, finally. No more using that busted rubber slingshot. Than Tu, just wait for me to come back as royalty. Just then, a giant lizard burst out of the shadows. Came right to the door. Perfect chance to test this crossbow's power. Luu Tu Gia raised the crossbow, activating the ***, critical break skill, ***. The giant lizard's weak spot lit up clearly. Base damage 500 plus 120% of my strength, plus 200% extra damage on the weak point. Let's see if it can handle this. Swoosh! The arrow tore through the air, hitting the weak spot dead center. The giant lizard let out a roar before collapsing with a thud. Dead. Luu Tu Gia froze, then jumped up in pure joy. Damn, a one-shot kill. This thing's so OP. No wonder Than Tu's been unstoppable since getting that spiked fence. Good weapons really make all the difference. Right after, a surge of energy flowed into me, leveling me up from 5 to 6. Just one lizard kill and I leveled up instantly. Looks like I've shared a ton of experience with him along the way. Gotta hurry and help him out. I pulled back the arrow, fired up. Than Tu, I'm here to back you up. But as I neared the boss's lair, the ground started shaking violently. Damn, is the boss that strong? The whole cave's trembling. Could Than Tu be in danger? I bolted full speed. Than Tu, don't be scared, I'm coming to save you. But when I rushed inside, the scene before me left me speechless. A bunch of fake awakened assassins lay scattered, and at the center, Trieu Thanh grabbed Haklor by the collar with one hand, lifting him into the air. A savage, huh? Trieu Thanh turned around, his tone calm. Luu Tu Gia was stunned. Though he was used to his boss's OP moves, this was just too much. Not a single chance to show off. Just then, the final boss, the former Mansion King Rat, roared and swung a massive bone club, sneaking an attack from behind Trieu Thanh. Than Tu, watch out. Trieu Thanh just glanced over his shoulder, swung his other hand, and his blade carved a perfect arc, decapitating the boss. You've defeated the former Mansion King Rat. Level 13. Boss. Absolute leadership attribute activated. Trieu Thanh leveled up from level 8 to level 10. Took down a boss and jumped 2 levels instantly. Eternal Evolution Scroll activated. Please select a new attribute. Sharpness, Bronze Blade. Steadfast, Bronze Blade. Dual Mastery, bronze blade. Ice shot golden. Brutal shot golden. Wind control, Ixilan, Thoisan. Thoisan attribute appeared again. At that moment, another notification popped up. Limited breakthrough duration has ended. That's it. Trieu Thanh staggered and collapsed. Is this a side effect? This skill drains way too much stamina. In this state, it can only be used once more in a short time. Thang Tu, you hurt? Luu Tu Gia rushed over to support him. Just a bit drained. Zatu, Thang Tu still human. He always dives into the most dangerous spots, but even he has weak moments. Luu Tu Gia thought, it's his turn to carry the MVP role and protect him now. Just rest easy. Right then, the cave started shaking violently, the dungeons collapsing. Luu Tu Gia remembered last time. The process is slow. Thon Tu needs time to recover. Outside, the situation's unclear. If Huklor and Huang Quan's men are waiting outside, we're cooked, need to stall. He carried Trieu Thanh on his back, heading toward the cave exit. But along the way, small rats appeared again. Boss is dead, but there are still minions? Luu Tu Gia raised his crossbow. But this young master isn't the same as before. He easily took down one, but then 3 more 1 level 6 and 2 level 7 charged out. Damn, not 1 but 4, he said. 4 it is. Time for Luu Tu Gia to hold down the fort solo. Thon Tu, this time it's my turn to protect you. Outside the dungeon, Huang Quan, level 27, deputy manager of zone 119, was leisurely sipping tea. The dungeon's collapsing, and someone already cleared it. Watch closely. If the person who steps out isn't ours, follow the plan and take them down. Meanwhile, Huck Lore, level 28, another deputy manager, was grinning wickedly. Same here. If they're not ours, smash their skulls for me. In the zone 119 medical room, Trung Dar Hoa was reporting to manager Kung Dai, everything I said is true. If there's a single lie, I'll die without a grave. He was silent. Kung Di snapped. If you die, who'll take care of your wife and kids? Me? My item vouchers always get spent by you guys. Han softened his tone, but Trieu Thanh really had the same vibe as me when I was young. No way he's some big shots gigolo, knowing the danger inside but still letting you guys escort the wounded out. That's right, manager. Or, Kung Di squinted. Han felt it was too dangerous inside and deliberately created an escape route to save his life. Ah, that's possible. Trung Dar Hoa scratched his head. Someone hurried over to report. Boss, Huang Quan and Huck Lore have sealed off the exit with their men. They declared anyone stepping out who's not theirs will be killed on sight. Bark. Kung Di's close subordinate sneered. What idiots. Whoever steps out has already passed the company's trial. If they dare make a move, the trial overseer watching from above won't just stand by. So we just let it happen? The other asked. Boss. Barch turned to Kung Dai, looking serious. Huang Quan and Huck Lore aren't fools. If they're this reckless, they must have backup plans against the company. Manager Kung, Trung Dar Hoa worriedly said. Then Trieu Thanh and the others are. If you don't intervene, and just rely on the trial overseer, boss and little bro will be in real danger. Company folks don't care about rules. They only care who's useful. Kung Di flicked ash into a nearby tree, eyes cold as ice. Gather up, bros, we're heading to the exit. If those who step out are from Trieu Thanh, I'll personally protect them. Thanks, Manager Kung, Chung Dai Hua said happily. Kung Dai's promise is worth its weight in gold. Making such a public promise, Barch whispered. Have you changed your view on that kid? Not yet. But if he can survive and step out, even if he's some big shot's lackey, he's still our best ladder to climb to the top, Kung Di replied. I'm acting for our future, but I feel like you're actually overestimating that kid. Shut up, Kung Di snapped. Say one more word and I'll rip your mouth apart. Amid the chaos, Trieu Thanh slowly regained consciousness. How long have I been out? The dungeon's about to collapse. Jatu, wake up. He shook the person beside him. The dungeon's collapsing, we gotta get out now. Luu Tu Gia, covered in blood, weakly opened his eyes. Got it, Thon Tu, you're finally awake. He coughed harshly, blood spilling from the corner of his mouth. But if we go out now, what if Huang Quan and Huck Lore are already blocking the exit? They won't spare us. Luu Tu Gia's blood was barely a thin streak now. When you passed out, I froze and single-handedly took down 4 of those mutants. I said I'd become a king, and I always keep my word. He's badly injured, but I'm totally fine. This kid risked his life to protect me. Zatu, can you still walk? We can't stay here any longer. Then let's go. This time, Trieu Thanh carried his friend on his back. We have no clue what's happening outside. Stepping out might be walking straight into a death trap. Let's move, he whispered. No matter if it's a death trap or hellfire ahead, we gotta get through it together, bros. Of course, Luu Tu Gia rested his head on his shoulder, smiling weakly. Outside, the spatial vortex was still spinning. Look, someone's coming out. Are they ours? From a tall building, Quan Tuet watched through binoculars. Shadows appeared on the teleportation vortex. Someone was about to clear the stage. Young miss, no need to worry, the butler beside her said. If the one you chose can't get out, it only means he failed your expectations. This low-level trial isn't even worth your personal attention, Balop interrupted, eyes glued to the binoculars. It's definitely him, she muttered. Supporting the Marquis, huh? Sounds impressive. Later, she seriously regretted saying that. Yes, young miss. The image became clear. Two battered figures, one carrying the other, stepping out of the vortex. Sure enough, it was them. Quan Tuet smiled. Zatu's still that weak, and Thang Tu has to carry him out. Below, Huang Quan and Huckler's crew grew furious. Not our people. Who's that kid? Where's our Huindare? Hey kid, only two of you came out. Where's our Huindare? One shouted. Trieu Thanh set Lutus are down. His cold, steely voice echoed across the square. They're dead. I killed them. Your Huindare are nothing but trash. Luu Tu Gia coughed but added, I also took out a few while I was at it. A deadly aura instantly spread. Two of you, killing our people? Don't even think about walking away alive. Chop their heads off. Avenge our brothers. Huang Quan and Huckler stepped forward, eyes full of murderous intent. That brat's not one of ours, so you don't deserve to live either. Tear them apart for me, kill. The crowd roared, charging at the two. Except for Huang Quan and Huckler, the rest were no match for those we already killed. Trash. That doesn't even deserve to enter the dungeon. Who do they think they are yelling in front of me? He thought. Asterisk. If you want to die, then become the sharpening stones for my new attribute. Asterisk. He raised his hand, energy gathering. Level 9 attribute. Sharpness, bronze blade, plus 15% armor penetration. Level 10 attribute. Windgrass suppression, 1, Thoisan, healing and control with wind. Jump 2 levels at once, from level 8 straight to 10. Level 10 is a brand new Thoisan attribute. I don't know how strong it'll be when fused, but right now, it's more than enough. Activated windgrass suppression. A terrifying tornado suddenly formed, whipping up a dust storm. Where's this wind coming from? Damn it, dust in my eyes. And that wasn't all. Inside the vortex, sparks appeared, fanned by the wind into a raging sea of fire, engulfing the charging crowd. Ah, wrong move. Put out the fire. It's too hot. It hurts. Horrific screams echoed. He's got some skill. Huang Quan narrowed his eyes, gripping his sword tight. This kid's got a bit of a dark technique, Hak Loi said. Is this wind power his ability, or that fire over there? Which one's my ability? Trieu Thanh replied, smirking widely. What does it matter to soon-to-be dead guys like you? Hack 2, stop babbling, Huang Quan growled. A kid like that, at best level 7 or 8. No matter how strong, he's nothing special. Trieu Thanh, put me down, Jia Tu whispered from his back. These two aren't easy to handle. Carrying me like this, you definitely can't beat them. I know, he answered calmly, oddly so. But even if you put me down, I still can't beat them. Jia Tu's face went pale hearing that. Huh, then why were you acting so cocky just now? I thought you had some secret ace up your sleeve. I don't have any ace, he said. But right now, openly confronting them is the best way to show our stance. Show our stance? To who? On a tall building, Quan Tuet and her attendant watched. Those two deputy managers are about to make a move. Both are awakened at level 20-something. Trieu Thanh can't stand a chance. You want me to step in, right? Relax. No need for that yet, Quan Tuet replied, eyes fixed on the battlefield below. Why not? The person who needs to act has already arrived. Just as she said, Hoang Quan and Hak Loi charged forward, radiating fierce energy. That brat, you even dared kill my woman. I want you buried with her. All my top men died there. Your head won't be enough to pay for this. Thanh Tu, run now, Jia Tu Huang urged. No need to run, he said. They're already here. A thunderous roar echoed from afar, carrying the terrifying presence of a fierce tiger. The Tiger King's roar skill, golden armor, was activated. Everyone, stop right there. It was Quang Wai's ability, Jia Tu cheered. We saved so many people. He must have gotten the news already. You guessed it too, Trieu Thanh said. Quang Wai and his subordinates advanced, dominating the scene. Trieu Thanh is company property. No one touches him. Otherwise, I'll take that person's life. Quang Wai, you finally showed up, Huang Quan said, almost unnerved. What's the matter? You guys been waiting long for me? Of course, Hak Loi sneered. The past manager overthrow scene is about to replay today. You're counting on just the two of you? Huang Wai scoffed. Even if it's just the two of us, are you sure you'll win? Huang Quan was confident. only one rank below Huangwei. Me and my equal, Hakloi added arrogantly. Quan Xie is even higher rank than your lackey Bak Vin, the advantage is ours. Plus, we called in backup from Zone 173 this time. Huangwei. Today is the day of reckoning for all of you. Just then, a soldier rushed over. Manager Kwang, big problem. Outside the gate, many awakened from Zone 173 are attacking. Except for Bak Vin, everyone immediately went to assist. Kwang Wai ordered decisively, finish here first, then we move over right away. Got it. What benefits did you give Zone 173? Kwang Wai turned to the two traders, eyes cold as ice. We promised them, if they help, after victory they get to loot all of Zone 119 for 3 days. Except for the population, all resources belong to them. Hakloi laughed maniacally. I'm about to chop someone right here. Why would they fear a dead man? You sold out the whole residential zone. At this point, what's there to be afraid of? When I helped overthrow the previous manager, I was deputy manager. Even after he was overthrown, I was still deputy manager. So what's the point of what I did? I said to expand territory, but you never agreed. Plus, you didn't share more resources. Why should I keep following you? Everyone has their own interests, he thought. After this battle, Zone 119 will be cleansed. But for the civilians, Kwang Wai is still the best choice. Didn't expect so many traders under Kwang Wai's command. The price is brutal. Just then, Truong Dai Hoa appeared. Big bro, little bro, I'm here. Driver, follow me quick. If they make a move, at this level we're just cannon fodder. I'll take you two somewhere safe. No sooner said than a massive explosion rocked the spot we just stood. Truong Dai Hoa quickly pulled us behind a ruined wall. In the sky, the Battle of the Strong began, skill effects blazing like doomsday fireworks. They're fighting, Jiatu gasped. Those are natural elemental attributes. Lightning and earth flow. Hoang Quan can control earth flow. So what's the green flame of Manager Kwang? He asked. That's the legendary pure attribute, Truong Dai Hoa said, voice full of awe. No one knows its true power. But Manager Kwang once said it comes from the Yumin Hellfire. A rare attribute, 1 in a million to have. Jiatu can't believe it. That's right, Zhang Daihua nodded, having read some ancient texts before. The reason this world turned out like this is because, in the ancient times, someone accidentally awakened the first illumination attribute. It destroyed the most prosperous civilization of humanity, Chengzi said, eyes blazing as he turned to him. If we could obtain such a powerful attribute, your salvation and the world's fame would definitely not be a dream. Who knows? We might even rebuild civilization. Maybe, he replied, but his mind was full of doubts. The illumination attribute I have doesn't possess such mysterious power. Even among illumination attributes, there are differences in strength. But with the eternal evolution technique, maybe in the future I'll really have a shot at gaining such terrifying power. But an attribute that can destroy the world, doesn't it risk consuming its wielder too? Can it really be controlled by humans? Kwang Ji and Hatloi roared, swords pointed straight at their mortal enemy. Don't think those with illumination are invincible. My attribute isn't just for show either. He activated his second ability, the bronze giant attribute. Hatloi's body swelled, muscles bulging, skin turning into hard bronze. He became a true giant. Even the bronze attribute varies in strength. I'll smash you into a meat pancake, Kwang Ji said. Anyone who tries to expand my territory must die. Facing Hatloi's terrifying form, Kwang Ji only gave a dangerous smile. Just relying on you? Not enough to replace me. The nether flame burst fiercely from his body, burning everything nearby. Ah! Hatloi screamed in pain as the flames licked his bronze skin. Still, he charged forward. Before you burn me, I'll drag you down as my shield. Is Kwang Ji an idiot or what? Lu Ziye watched from afar, worried. Why not dodge? Going all in like this, no cap, who knows who'll win. Because he was distracted, breaking his limits, claiming he was helping his teammates. Indeed, part of Kwang Ji's nether flame wrapped around Huang Kun, blocking him from reaching Bai Vin, another deputy manager trapped by Huang Kun's earth skill. Bai Vin, a little flame like this won't save you. Huang Kun sneered. The higher the rank, the bigger the power gap. Use your own life to remember this. Die, Kwang Ji's dog. Sharp earth spikes shot up, aimed straight at Bai Vin's heart. Kwang Ji roared, using flames to form a wall to block them. Useless, the fire can't trap earth, Huang Kun mocked. Knowing he wouldn't survive, Bai Vin shouted, Manager Kwang, my whole life, no regrets following you. Just as the spikes were about to pierce him, a shadow dashed in like lightning. Swoosh, swoosh, sharp sword slashes cut through all the earth spikes. Chuthan had arrived. Bai Vin was stunned, couldn't believe his eyes. Chuthan, how do you have this kind of power? You weren't even level 10 yesterday. Trieu Thanh said quickly. I can't keep this up long. Let's finish Huang Kun now. All right. Bai Vin nodded, setting aside doubts. The wind howled. No, someone's coming. Huang Kun barely turned before blocking two storm-like attacks from both sides with his staff. Bai Vin, you're not dead? That brat saved him. Trieu Thanh threw a powerful punch, forcing Huang Kun back. Seizing the chance, Bai Vin charged, unleashing a flurry of sword strikes, leaving deep wounds on Huang Kun. If you see me injured, I'll take your lives. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Zhang Daihua was carrying Luu Tu Gia, fleeing. Put me down. I have to help Chengzi. Little bro, are you crazy? Big bro's barely holding on. You'll just get yourself killed. Luu Tu Gia ignored him, biting Zhang Daihua's arm wildly. Who's this? Little bro, I was wrong. I was wrong. Outside gate 119, the battle was heating up. They even had ancient-era firearms. Brothers, hold the line. Once Manager Kwang arrives, we'll win. Tianhuagang, level 27, manager of Zone 173, was leading the assault. If we don't break each fortress, get inside. Do whatever you want. On a tall building, an impatient official asked the steward beside him, Aren't you going to act? Trieu Thanh passed the trial. They're company people now. Don't you plan to favor them? Young miss, please wait a bit longer, the steward replied calmly. Favor? Zone 119 is about to be flattened by invaders. Do you know the real purpose of this trial? To recruit talents for the company, isn't it? The butler shook his head, saying it was to weaken the power of the residential zones, to drain their fake awakenings for the continent's stability. The stronger they are, the bigger the deception. The company already knew about the internal conflict in Zone 119, which is why they deliberately set the trial there. Why would they do that? This is shocking. The company is already way too powerful, young miss. If we wanted, we could let everyone live in luxury. But then, what would be the point of the company? Joining the company is supposed to be the highest honor, right? Let them fight. Let them slaughter each other. That's the best way to maintain order. But if this keeps up, even if Chu City wins, all the innocent people in Zone 119 will die. Are you just going to stand by and watch? You can use your status as the official daughter of the Quan family to order the old man, but doing so would violate the upper rank rules set by the 5 great clans. Are you sure you want to do that? Quan Thuyet, you know the price you'll pay. Violating Rule 9. Excessive interference in the lives and deaths of civilians outside your territory. The clan will have a large amount of resources confiscated, and you will be under house arrest for 30 days. The house arrest will cause you to fall behind the younger generation of other clans, the butler warned. Young miss, you must understand which matters take priority. Quan Thuyet clenched her fists, caught in a fierce internal struggle. On one side were thousands of lives, on the other, her own future and status. Just then, screams and crashing sounds came from outside. A subordinate burst in, panting. Young miss, the main gate of Zone 119 has been breached. At Gate 9, Tianhuagang, leader of Zone 173, is charging in with a savage grin. Stealing resources, stealing item tickets, stealing food, playing with women. This old man wants to take all the women in Zone 119. His men swarmed in like wild beasts, spreading panic. The weak citizens fled in terror. The main gate's downrun. The tyrants are storming in. Tianhuagang quickly grabbed a woman trying to escape. Where do you think you're running, beauty? Let old Tian show you some love. No item ticket? Then you're dead meat. Don't even think about hiding anything. Smash their houses to pieces for me. Witnessing this hellish scene, Quan Thuyet's eyes turned cold. She made a decision she knew would disappoint her strict father. I, Quan Thuyet, as the official daughter of the Quan family, order the expulsion of all invaders from Zone 173. Even if it breaks the upper rank rules, I won't regret it. Wind, the young miss said. A shadow silently responded and vanished into the air. Father will definitely be disappointed, thinking I'm acting on impulse. But later, he'll understand. For now, I have to help Chu City. She leapt from above. The young miss wants to help the kid. Do they stand a chance? A soft-hearted person like her, if she becomes an upper rank in the future, will the Quan family fall under her hands? But no matter what, I am the family's loyal soldier. The master's orders are my mission. He raised his hand, and a massive tornado suddenly appeared in the middle of the Zone 173 crowd, sucking them up and tearing them apart. What the hell is that? Whoever angers the young miss will be killed without mercy. Meanwhile, on another battlefield, Huang Jun was easily controlling Bai Vin and Zhao Cheng. One's a useless level 7, the other level 10. Don't think you're a match for me, I'll have you all die here. This isn't good, Bai Vin thought. Neither my nor Zhao Cheng's attacks can pierce Han's earth defense. If this drags on, we'll definitely lose. Huang Jun's taken quite a few hits too. Han was panting. Maintaining peak combat drained a lot of stamina. Zhao Cheng and Bai Vin gritted their teeth. This isn't your fight. Don't die here. He activated his attribute, sword swing speed skyrocketing. Mastery of swordsmanship, bronze rank. Sword speed and damage increased by 15%. Bai Vin, you're about to die and still worried about others? Huang Jun sneered. Your base attribute is only bronze rank otherwise. You'd have surprised me. Activating extreme speed, Huang Jin. Speed plus 30%. I've activated extreme speed. You can't keep up. This is the difference in class. Huang Jun's speed surged. His sword strikes were too fast for Bai Vin to block, new wounds appearing constantly. My level's too low, no chance if I keep fighting. But now he's in reckless mode. I might be able to use the opening Bai Vin creates. What can I do to win? Becoming a battle observer, his gaze suddenly fixed on a pile of rubble nearby. Just then, Zhang Dahua, carrying the dying Lu Zia, rushed over. Big bro, little bro forced me to come here. I had no choice. Without wasting words, Lu Zia used his last strength to activate his ability to see through weaknesses and shouted, Chengzi, cut down the guy named Huang on the left. Hearing this, Zhang Dahua silently admired their trust. Just one word. And Big Bro charged without hesitation. Of course, Lu Zia muttered, then passed out. So tired, forcing the ability drained all my energy. On his left hand, unleashing all his attributes in a single slash, Trieu Thanh poured everything he had. Activated asterisk, fierce first strike, asterisk. Activated asterisk, flame phoenix demon, asterisk. Activated asterisk, reset nova, asterisk. Activated asterisk, ultra limit, technology, asterisk, breaking all limits. The power of the three attributes was buffed by 600%. His body exploded with energy, charging forward at lightning speed. Huang Quan was still focused on Bai Vin, who was already exhausted. Now it was game over. Han swung the finishing blow, but Trieu Thanh was even faster. A sword flash struck Huang Quan's left side, right at the weak spot Luu Tu Gia had pointed out. Swoosh, the outcome was clear. That's how you got beaten? By someone like you? Huang Quan couldn't believe it. His sword traced an arc, slicing Huang Quan's body in half. After unleashing that devastating attack, Trieu Than's body was drained. He staggered and collapsed. Luckily, Bai Vin caught him just in time. Just then, Quan Tuet arrived, witnessing the spectacular finish. Trieu Thanh. Han just took down a level 20 Awakener. Last time we parted, he was only level 7. Just how insanely OP is this guy? The examiner, Bai Vin, saw her and quickly said, no need for formalities. Quan Thuet stepped forward. He's the winner of this exam. This examiner is no ordinary person. She won't be impressed by just any rookie. Still, she's seen plenty of outstanding newcomers, Bai Vin thought to himself. But contrary to his expectations, Quan Thuet took the initiative. Hand him over to me. Manager Hung's fight is almost over. Go see if you can learn anything. Bai Vin hesitated, then nodded and left. Quan Thuet gently lifted the unconscious Trieu Thanh, his eyes a mix of worry and subtle joy. She softly brushed the sweat and blood-soaked hair from his face. We meet again, Thanh Tu said. Bai Vin froze, eyes wide, unable to believe the scene before him. What's the connection between this examiner and Trieu Thanh? It's the first time I've seen an examiner treat a rookie like this. His shock peaked when the noble Quan Thuet crossed his arms and gently carried the unconscious Trieu Thanh on his back. He's carrying him? What's Trieu Than's background? A rookie under some big shot? But what big shot would carry his rookie himself? Bai Vin felt his worldview shatter. Manager Kung, you really misjudged this time. Up in the sky, the battle was reaching its climax. Han Lor and Hung Wai hovered midair. Hung Wai's voice cold as ice. No one stands in my way anymore. Now, I'll chop off your head. Don't get cocky, Hung Wai. Han Lor roared, exhaustion clear in his voice. Hung Wai said nothing. A greenish-black infernal flame from his hand morphed into a fire dragon, roaring as it charged down. Too much talk. Time to die. The hellfire engulfed Han Lor, incinerating everything in its path. Amid agonized screams, the traitor was reduced to a charred skeleton, a blackened corpse. The battle was over. Bai Ving rushed over. Manager Hung, aka Trieu Thanh, had teamed up with you to kill Huang Quan. Let's go. Hung Yi replied. The main gate is still waiting. No need. Someone's already handling the intruders from zone what Chumbai Muiba. What you want to talk about isn't Huang Quan, but Trieu Thanh. Trieu Thanh. Hung Yi frowned. What about him? A moment later, after hearing Bai Vin's full report, Kung Wai's calm expression vanished. Is what you said true? The examiner carried him herself. 100% sure. Bai Vin confirmed Trieu Thanh not only helped kill Huang Quan, but also had an extremely close relationship with the company's examiner. No big shot cares about some pale-faced nobody. Trieu Than's identity probably goes way beyond our guesses. Could he be the illegitimate son of some major player? Bark Vin boldly speculated. Could be, Kung Wai muttered, a complex gleam in his eyes. If that's true, he could rise higher than me, doing things I can't, provided I can plant a seed in his heart, in a clean, warm room. He jolted awake, instinctively jumping into a defensive stance. Where am I? Oh, Thantu, you're awake. Jiantu's familiar voice rang out. Here's a one-bite snack, tastes like home, made from mutated cassava in Zone 226. Jiantu, where are we? Still, in Zone 119. This is one of the examiner's temporary rooms, Jiantu said, chewing loudly. You've been out for 3 days. Could this be the after effects of forced use of the parasite fusion? Hey Thantu, really not gonna try a bite? They even put real golden sugar in it. Click. The door opened, and a familiar figure stepped in. You're awake? That voice made him look up, barely able to believe his eyes. The video ends here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like to support Go. Thanks and see you all next time.